Welcome to Gridiron Ring, live right here on YouTube. College football playoff semifinal game number 1. Live reactions, play-by-play of Clemson, Notre Dame, coming up here in about 10-15 minutes for kickoff. But before I get into live reactions, play-by-play of this college football playoff semifinal game between Clemson and Notre Dame, be sure, you guys, if you haven't done so already, to like, follow, and subscribe to Gridiron Ring on social media. You can also follow me on social media on Twitter and Instagram. All the links are in the description below. GridRing18 for Gridiron Ring on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Also check out Gridiron Ring's website. Follow me on Twitter at CoolHandLuke96 and then on Instagram at LGodesart96. All the links, as I said, are in the description below, so check those out. Thank you to everybody for tuning in and watching these live reactions, play-by-play of Clemson and Notre Dame. Be sure to also subscribe to Gridiron Ring right here on YouTube and hit that little notify bell next to it as well. So I'm going to pull up the live chat room here for this Clemson Notre Dame game that I am doing live reactions play-by-play of. So once again, guys, like I said, thank you guys for tuning in and watching my live reactions play-by-play of Clemson and Notre Dame. Some storylines going into this football game here this afternoon. Clemson going to be without some players on the defensive side due to some suspensions. They will not be eligible to play in the College Football Playoff National Championship game either if Clemson defeats Notre Dame. Also some storylines going in to the Alabama-Oklahoma game later this evening, the Capital One Orange Bowl down in Miami. I'll be on YouTube doing live reactions, play-by-play of that as well, so be sure to tune back in and watch those. Unfortunately, I will not be showing either game due to copyright, but thank you guys for tuning in and really understanding that. And then tomorrow as well, NFL action with the Pittsburgh Steelers and Cincinnati Bengals, and then the Tennessee Titans and Indianapolis Colts will be live right here on YouTube doing live reactions play-by-play of both those games as well. But Tua Tagovailoa, the big storyline is with him going into the Alabama-Oklahoma game later tonight with all the Crimson down in South Beach. It's either Boomer Sooner, or Roll Tide Roll. I'm actually picking Clemson and Alabama to win both of these games, and we'll get another rematch in the national title game in a couple weeks out in Santa Clara. It will be the third rematch for the national title in the past 4 years, but it will be the fourth consecutive year that these two teams would meet in the playoff because last year they met in the Sugar Bowl. I talked about this in my College Football Bowl Predictions Part 5 video. That's right here on YouTube. So if you guys want to go check that out, it is right here on Gridiron Ring's YouTube channel. So once again, guys, thanks for tuning in and watching. So I'll have live reactions play-by-play of Clemson Notre Dame here coming up very, very shortly. But Tua Tagovailoa hurt his ankle in the SEC title game, got surgery. He should be 100% to go, though, later on this evening. So the game, it'll be starting here momentarily. So just stay tuned, stick with me, and we'll get started here very, very soon. Be sure to share on social media as well. Just hit that little share button right here on YouTube and get it out to your friends and family on social media, whether it be Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, whatever social media you guys use nowadays. Michigan lost. I couldn't be happier. I mean, very, very disappointing that Michigan lost. Questions and comments coming in. Thank you guys for those. You guys have questions or comments, let me know in the chat box below. Also, if you guys want to drop those in the comment section, that'll be greatly appreciated as well. But Michigan, somewhat of a disappointment once again for the second consecutive year in a bowl game. Last year, they lost in the Outback Bowl to South Carolina. South Carolina lost to Virginia in the Belk Bowl. Michigan moving forward, I still think, I was thinking about this a little bit ago getting ready here, I still think they're poised to do great things in the future. I think Harbaugh, he's still a great coach. I don't think he's going to leave to go to the NFL. He very well could, though. I do get that money talks. The only opening in the NFL at the moment, I mean, there's only 2, and there's going to be more after this weekend. But even after all that, I think the only opening that he would really consider would be the Green Bay Packers with all the history in the Packers franchise. He started out at San Diego, went to Stanford, left Stanford to go to the NFL, but he didn't go far. He went to the San Francisco 49ers, also in the Bay Area out in California, and that's actually where the national championship game is going to be played here in a couple weeks on Monday, January 7th. I'll be live right here on YouTube doing live reactions, play-by-play of that as well when that rolls around. But he's at Michigan now as alma mater. You know, as a quarterback back in the 80s, finished in the Heisman voting his senior year, I believe. Played in the NFL for a while, got into coaching. So if he would leave Michigan, he still wouldn't go far if he went to the Packers. So, I mean, you could still root for him. But, you know, Patterson's going to be coming back next year for Michigan. Michigan's going to have a tough schedule once again. They have to come here to Happy Valley in the middle of October, and then they host Notre Dame the following weekend. So that'll be I believe they host them. They might go, well, they played them on the road this year, so they should host them. I'd have to check on that, but yeah, I'm pretty damn sure they host Notre Dame. I know it's the week after the Penn State game for sure, and I'm pretty sure it's Ann Arbor, but I'd have to check on that, like I said. But they're going to have a tough schedule, but they got a good recruiting class coming in. Michigan, in my opinion, they'll be fine. I said in my predictions video there yesterday, I put it out, part 5 of my bowl predictions. If you guys want to go listen to it, please do so. It's right here on Gridiron Ring's YouTube channel. Like I said, as well, be sure to like, follow, and subscribe. All the links are in the description below. But I think Michigan's still poised to do great things. I think they'll be in the playoff hunt and once again next year, because with the Big Ten East, with Penn State and Ohio State, especially Ohio State new head coach, don't really know how I feel about Ryan Day taking over. I don't really know how good Ohio State will be. I'm sure they'll be good, but I don't know if they'll be as good or even better, because he's going to be bringing in his type of players, his type of coaches to coach with, and coach the players up, if that makes any sense. You know, yeah, Urban Meyer will still be there and whatnot, but I think Michigan and then Penn State right now are the two top teams, or the top 2 teams in the Big Ten East, with Ohio State right there behind both the Wolverines and Nittany Lions. And I think Michigan, I think they very well could win a not the way they played today, obviously, but they blew some teams out this year. Penn State, one of them. I think Michigan, if Harbaugh stays, Patterson plays good next year, they bring in some more good recruiting classes, I truly believe Michigan will be in the national championship game and potentially be winning a national title within the next 3 to 5 years. So we got Sean McDonough and former Penn State quarterback Todd Blackledge on the call here this afternoon for ESPN for the 2018 Goodyear Cotton Bowl. Once again, guys, questions and comments, greatly appreciate it. I see them coming through. Just speaking my piece on that. I see those coming through. I'll get to those here in a second, so keep those coming. You always want to fire Jim Hypebaugh, as you call him. I mean, that's one thing I don't like about Michigan fans, not you in particular, or fans for any team. You lose one game, you want to fire your head coach instantly. Doesn't make any sense. What's the shite on my hat? It's a chipmunk logo. That's what they call it, at least. You know what it is. It's better than the regular C or a cursive B. Being a Penn State fan or a Chicago Bear fan. I'll talk more NFL later on today, maybe, and then tomorrow as well. So, Goodyear Cotton Bowl kickoff right around the corner. So thanks for tuning in, guys. We'll have to see who wins the coin toss, who's going to be going left to right, right to left, across your TV screen or radio dial if you're out on the road traveling this afternoon. So, college football playoff underway. Alabama, Oklahoma later on tonight at 8 o'clock on ESPN in the Capital One Orange Bowl. That's 1 versus 4. And then 2 versus 3 coming up here very, very soon. Like I said, right around the corner. Clemson and Notre Dame, 2 versus 3 in the 2018 Goodyear Cotton Bowl. So as I said, Sean McDonough and Todd Blackledge on the call for ESPN this afternoon. And there has been a lot of talk about the playoff expanding. I would like it to go to 6. I think a lot of people would like it to go to 8. Let me know what you guys think about that in the comments and the chat box there. I think he should go to 6, give the top 2 teams a bye, have 3 play 6, 4 play 5, just how the NFL does it. I know you want to try to be different than other leagues and whatnot, but if it works, it works. You know, if people are going to tune in and watch, you're going to make more money in the end anyway. You might as well do it. So, please go Hypeball. I'm sick of your dinosaur offense. It doesn't work against top 10 teams. 1 versus 9 now. 1 and 9 versus top 10 teams. Yeah, that is not a good stat to be a part of. I agree with you on that, but his offense does work. Okay, but then against top 10 teams, against teams that know what exactly is going to be run against them, they know how to stop it, and they're going to stop it. Look what happened today. Florida, they put up 41 against Michigan today, just like Michigan put up 41 on Florida a couple years ago in the Citrus Bowl. By the way, Tuesday, Citrus Bowl 2019, January 1, 2019, Penn State, Kentucky. I'll be live right here on YouTube doing live reactions, play-by-play of that as well, so be sure to tune back in. Also, just subscribe, guys. Subscribe and share. That's all I ask. You guys got questions or comments as well? Drop those below. But all I ask is you guys just share and subscribe to Gridiron Ring on YouTube. National champ next year will be out of the Big Ten West. Minnesota. They won the Quick Lane Bowl the other day. They look pretty damn good against who'd they play? They played. Let me look here. Also got some snacks. Got some food with me this afternoon. It's actually from last night, but pizza's better cold anyway. Let me look here at my notes. Minnesota played, or if you guys want to let me know in the comments below who Minnesota played. Minnesota played, who the hell did they play? They played Georgia Tech out of the ACC. And they beat the Yellow Jackets pretty bad there. And PJ Fleck got to 7 wins in his second year, so congrats to him. No, Nebraska, Tom there also being a Nebraska fan along with being a Bear fan in the NFL. I feel very, very sorry for him. But no, both teams have very rich history. I get why you root for them. They were good when you were growing up and whatnot. But, you know, we've talked about that before. But Nebraska, I think Scott Frost will turn the Cornhuskers around there. Just give them some time. Everything takes time. You know, you gotta let it play out. And, like, look at the Philadelphia 76ers, for example, right now in the NBA. They sucked how many years ago? They got all these draft picks. They signed a lot of guys. They came up with the slogan, trust the process. They're one of the best teams in the NBA right now. You know, that was just a couple years ago. So, like I said, just give them some time. Maybe next year in the Big Ten title game, we get Michigan and Nebraska. That'd be one hell of a game. This year's game between those two didn't turn out that well, especially for Nebraska. They got blown out there on the road, but they were in a lot of close games early. They really should have been at least 6-6. They finished 4-8, and they should have beat Northwestern middle of October. They should have beat Troy. They should have beat. Well, their season got off to a tough start too. First game gets canceled. That never happens. So then you got to start the following week, and they were hanging in there with Wisconsin, if I can remember correctly. The game did get out of hand there a little bit later on, but they Nebraska. I'll end it on this. They should have been 6-6. They should have been in the bowl game, but they'll be good moving forward, I think. So, like I said, maybe Michigan, Nebraska next year in the Big Ten title game. Maybe Nebraska's a team to keep an eye out for next year. You know, maybe they get a New Year's 6 bowl game. Maybe they make the playoff. Who the hell knows? I don't think anybody thought Notre Dame was going to be in the playoff this year. Notre Dame had a lot of close calls this year. They almost lost to Pitt, almost lost to Vanderbilt, they almost lost to Ball State. And they should have lost all 3 of those games. So that's 9-3 right there. And they should have lost to Northwestern on the road as well. That's another loss. That's 8-4. And there was another game that they should have lost. I can't think of it at the moment. But really, Notre Dame this year should have been 7-5, 8-4 if you ask me. But they did make a quarterback change from Brandon Wimbush, former Penn State commit. He's transferring now from Notre Dame because Ian Book got the starting job, and he's led Notre Dame down the stretch to the college football playoff now. And Notre Dame will be taking the field versus Clemson. Notre Dame road whites, golden domer helmets like usual, gold pants, classic Notre Dame uniforms, green shoes, green Irish shoes, Cotton Bowl logo above the Notre Dame Under Armour logo on the left of their jerseys. And here come the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame, led by head coach Brian Kelly, former head coach at Central Michigan and Cincinnati. So this is Notre Dame's first college football playoff appearance. They have 8 national championships, and they are also a very historic program. A lot of people like the Catholics. A lot of people hate the Catholics. So we'll have to see what happens here when they go toe-to-toe versus Clemson here coming up, led by true freshman quarterback. After they benched, what's his name? He transferred to Missouri, Kelly Bryant, and now Trevor Lawrence is starting for the Clemson Tigers. So commercial break, and I'll get back to these questions and comments that are coming through. Penn State will win the Big Ten next year. Well, hopefully, I would like them to. I don't know if you guys are still listening or watching. It says there are 3 people watching at the moment. Let's get that number up and about. Let's get it up to, say, 10 to start off, and then 25. Build our way up to 50 and 100 and whatnot. Just be sure to share on social media and also subscribe to Gridiron Ring right here on YouTube. You want 8 teams, no more, 5 conference winners, 3 at large. I think that's what will probably end up happening, to be honest with you, because that's what really everybody wants. So here comes the Clemson Tigers, decked out in all orange, and they're led by head coach Dabo Swinney, and they're in their 4th straight college football playoff. They won the national title there 2 years ago versus Alabama. Talked about Alabama Clemson there earlier. We could be seeing a 4th consecutive rematch in a couple weeks in the national title game if Clemson and Alabama both win this afternoon. So game is in Arlington, Texas at Jerry's World, home of the Dallas Cowboys. So we'll see what happens here. Clemson, they had some close calls too. They almost lost to Texas A&M early in the season, and then they almost lost to Syracuse a couple weeks later at home. Syracuse, they won the bowl game there the other day, last night actually, versus West Virginia. But they can put up points, and I think both these games here today, they're going to come down to the wire. I think both of them very well could be high scoring as well, especially the late cap with Alabama and Oklahoma with Tua Tagovailoa and the Heisman Trophy winner this year, Kyler Murray, who's going to be playing baseball next year with the Oklahoma Athletics. So coin toss coming up here, and Jerry Jones is there, midfield, SEC refs, so we'll have to see how that plays out. Clemson, Notre Dame shaking hands. Jerry Jones has the coin. It looks like he'll be giving the coin to the white capper. Somewhat of a mixed crowd split, it seems like, with Notre Dame and Clemson. Just congratulations on making the playoff. Cotton Bowl is honoring Jerry Jones.
Here at AT&T Stadium. Mr. Jones, thank you very much.
Handshake.
This coin is a commemorative coin.
Commemorative coin.
We have Clemson and Notre Dame.
Clemson and Notre Dame logos on each side of the coin.
Whichever logo is showing, you'll have the first choice.
Whoever wins the toss, whatever logo is heads up, wins.
And it is Clemson.
Clemson wins the toss. They will. Clemson will defer to the second half. Notre Dame's going to begin the football to begin the 2018 Goodyear Cotton Bowl. And Clemson will be going left to right, Notre Dame right to left across your television screen. So they exchange handshakes one more time. And this college football playoff semifinal game number 1 will be getting underway momentarily. Brian Kelly getting interviewed by Tom Rinaldi. USC played them good also. South Carolina, that is. I assume you're talking about with Clemson. They did in the Palmetto Bowl there, rivalry weekend, end of November. I say that USC, everybody thinks USC Southern Cal, but I get USC South Carolina Gamecocks. They played Virginia today, so didn't win that one. But Holly Rowe now interviewing Dabo Sweeney, and it should be a good game here. Should be a very, very interesting game. Am I doing UFC tonight? Probably not, to be honest with you. We'll see, though. I mean, if it's really all going to depend on when the Alabama-Oklahoma game gets over, because who knows, the UFC event might be over by that point. You know, because they start at 10 o'clock. Say there's a couple knockouts, the main event might be at 11:30. You know, normally it doesn't start until quarter after 12 or 12:30, early Sunday morning. But probably not, to answer your question, but we'll see. Notre Dame defense will keep it close game, but Clemson pulls away late, wins by 10. What's your guys' predictions? Let me know in the comment section below. Already got one. I picked Clemson over Notre Dame. Let me know what you guys are thinking. Clemson will kick off to begin the 2018 Goodyear Cotton Bowl College Football Playoff Semi game number 1. Notre Dame receives, fills it in the end zone, takes a knee, and they will begin at the 25-yard line. So here comes quarterback number 12, Ian Book.
Ian Book, 6-foot junior, Eldorado Hills, California.
That's a suburb of Sacramento. Academically a junior, but in terms of football,
Don't really see a whole lot of, no offense to Sacramento, California, but you don't really see a lot of starting quarterbacks at big-name programs in college football from Sacramento, California. Normally from Los Angeles area. So a RPO handoff to the running back number 2. That's Dexter Williams. He gets a first down, gain of about 12. So as I said, Notre Dame going right to left. And unfortunately, guys, I cannot show the game due to copyright. But thanks for tuning in and watching. So from the 25, they get to the 36 on an 11-yard carry. Williams, a little bit of a false start. No. Just moves up towards the line of scrimmage. Pass complete from Ian Book to number 86, a tight end, Mack, out to the 40. So a gain of 4. 2nd and 6 coming up. Actually got a penalty on the field. So the ball is going to be spotted now at the 31-yard line. Don't know what the penalty was. 1st and 10 from the 31. Book and shotgun handoff. And that's Williams once again. Fumble on the play. Clemson looks like they have it. Notre Dame recovers. Going to be 2nd down. Williams recovers his own fumble. Dexter Williams, number 2. Brings back some memories with Derek Williams, number 2, from Penn State from 2005 to 2008. Both, yeah, that ball is out. Somehow, some way, he recovered it. Yeah, his knee wasn't down yet, but either way, he recovered. 2nd and 10 from the 31. Book, quarterback keeper, out to the 35. 3rd and about 7 coming up. Or 3rd and 10, excuse me. 3rd and 10. Clemson and Bama. I got you, Tom, yeah. I hear you on that. From the 36, Book drops back, rolls out to the near side here to his left. Pass incomplete. Intended for number 83, Chase Claypool. So 13:05 to go in the first. Clemson kicked off. Notre Dame 3 and out. Clemson will get the ball for the first time. Hit him right in the hands and he dropped it. What the hell? That's an easy catch right at the first down marker should be another first down for Notre Dame, but Notre Dame, the Fighting Irish, will punt. Punt is up and away. And Clemson calls for a fair catch at the 13-yard line. So that's where Trevor Lawrence and company will begin. They'll have a first down and 10. Tie ball game.
Trevor Lawrence, 6'5" freshman quarterback from Cartersville, Georgia.
Cartersville, Georgia. Where the hell is that at?
Trevor Lawrence just puts so much pressure on a defense because his arm is an NFL caliber arm right now. He can make the ball go where he wants it to go accurately anywhere on the field. So there's no
Oh, I know what I'm thinking. Never mind.
in terms of defending him as a passer.
So officially from the 14-yard line, Clemson and pistol. Lawrence gets a snap, hands off to Travis Etienne, number 9. He gets stuffed to the line of scrimmage. Second down. Empty backfield, 5 wide. Notre Dame bringing the blitz. Lawrence almost gets sacked inside the 5. Almost intercepted, far sideline. Almost picked off, and very well could have been returned if would have been able to stay in bounds. I don't know how the hell he got that out. Incomplete. It's going to be 3rd and 9 from the 15. Notre Dame fans getting into it, help out the defense a little bit. 3rd and 9, play clock winding down at 6. Lawrence in shotgun. He gets the snap, looking to his right, near side here. Pass incomplete. Maybe a little bit of a hold there by Notre Dame. 5 on 5, no call. Clemson will punt. So both teams will punt to begin the ball game. Can you guys hear me all right? Can you guys see me all right? Everything all right on your guys' end? Everything seems to be working good here for me. So thanks for tuning in. All right, sounds good. Clemson will punt. And ball bounces at midfield, and Clemson's going to down it at the 49-yard line. So 12 minutes on the dot remaining in the first. Both teams have had the ball. Both teams have punted. Tie ball game, 0-0. Once again, guys, thanks for tuning in and watching college football. Clemson, Notre Dame, live reactions, play-by-play. Be sure to share on social media and also subscribe to Gridiron Ring right here on YouTube. Like, follow, and subscribe to Gridiron Ring and myself, Cohan Luke 96, on social media. All the links are in the description below. All right, just checking out my screen on my phone there. I ran a test run the other day from my mobile device, from my cell phone, right here on the YouTube app, YouTube Live. That's what I'm on right now, obviously. Just checking it out, making sure everything's working good. Like I just asked Sarah a moment ago, just wanted to make sure everything was going good on your guys' end, and it is, so thank you for that. So I'm just going to check around here, see what else is going on in the world of football. I'll have stats and scores of this game at halftime, and I'll have scores of the other games from earlier today and from this past week in college football, the bowl games 2018, and then at the end of the college football bowl season, this upcoming Tuesday, January 1st, I'll have scores from all the games, all the bowl games, as we move into the national championship game on Monday, January 7th. So That is a week from Monday. The national championship game is. So, commercial break right now with Clemson and Notre Dame. Also, be sure to hit that thumbs up button, guys. Hit that thumbs up button, the like button, and share on social media.
Championship game, so these passionate fans can root on their team. Each team's got their runs. Notre Dame picked up 17 yards of field position in the exchange of punts.
From the 49, Notre Dame has the ball once again. Ian Book looking to throw deep downfield. He ends up getting sacked. Gains about a yard. Ball is out though. Clemson has it. And they're going to roll Ian Book down. So he's going to gain maybe a yard depending on the spot. Oh, that ball's out. That's a fumble, and Clemson recovered. I would look at that. Notre Dame gets a snap off. No, Dabo Swinney running down the sideline. Ref blows the whistle. Clemson's going to win this. Clemson got the timeout in there, it looked like. Very early, or very late. Just in time, though. Yeah, that ball's out, and Clemson has it. That's Farrell on the recovery. He popped it loose, and he also recovered it. He was right there with Book. And, yeah, that should be Clemson football. Yeah, Clemson, Dabo Swinney ran down the sideline there. You saw him running down the far sideline up top. And got the timeout in, so the ref blew the whistle, and they're going to look at this. And it's clearly a fumble. I don't know why they would say that's still Notre Dame ball when that ball got popped loose and recovered by Clemson. Now, they got to find undisputable video evidence to overturn it. I get that, but, yeah, Clemson, they came up with that ball. What are you guys watching on? You guys watching on your laptop, your cell phone? Let me know in the chat. See the big dog there behind me a moment ago. Clearly a fumble, yes, clearly a fumble. And Clemson clearly recovered it as well. So this should be, after the review here, Clemson football. Here's the call. Clemson football. Ball came out before he was down. That's Clemson football. Good timeout by Dabo, and good review by the officials on the field and up in the booth to get this one right. So a costly mistake there by Ian Book. Fourth fumble this season by Notre Dame. That's tied for the fifth fewest in college football, but still in a college football playoff semifinal game. To get to the national title game very, very early. A costly fumble could really change the outcome of this game here. Give Clemson some momentum as they are around midfield now, have some decent field position to work with. And they're going to try to put some points on the board. So Clemson has the ball back once again. 1st and 10 from the 47. Lawrence in shotgun. And quick pass out here. And the near side to number 5, that is T. Higgins. Had him on my college football fantasy team this year. He did pretty damn good for me. But second down coming up for the Clemson Tigers from the 46. Just past midfield now. So it's going to be 2nd and 3 and pass out to the far side, complete, first down. That's Amari Rogers, number 3 on the reception, sophomore wide receiver. Renfro also out there, number 13, could have hit him. Maybe got some blocking downfield by Rogers and got some more field position, but first and 10 from the 41, handoff. That's ETN 9, and he's going to get about 7-8 yards on that carry. Second and short coming up for Clemson. You're watching on your phone. I'm using my phone, multitasking. I'm a phone addict. Well, I would be using my phone right now if my camera would be working with me at the moment, but it arrived. I was going to run a test there yesterday with that. Second and 2, Clemson. Lawrence rolls out here to the near side to his right, pass downfield, incomplete, out of bounds, intended for 13, Hunter Renfro. I was going to run a test there last night. My camera came in, like I said, but I was having some technical difficulties with that. So the plan is to use my camera that I have, and then I'd be able to be on my phone there at the same time then. But I'm still able to be on my laptop and on my tablet when I'm doing this live right here on my phone. So no biggie, as it's 3rd and 2 from the 33. Clemson in shotgun once again. Play clock at 5. Man in motion. Rogers fakes it. Lawrence passes out to ETN, and he's going to get the first down at the 25. They're going to mark him at the 26. Clemson moving downfield. Almost in the red zone, just on the outside looking in. It's tie ball game still, 0-0, 10 minutes to play in the first. Good blocking. So from the 25, Renfro in motion. Caught the game-winning touchdown pass in the national title game 2 years ago versus Alabama. And Clemson runs it there on 1st and 10. Feaster, 28 on the carry, gets a couple. Trips out to the far side up top. Lawrence looking to his right, looks to his left, throws to Rogers, number 3, and he gets about 3 on the reception. It'll be about, 3rd and 4, 3rd and 5 coming up for Clemson. Chase Bryce, number 7, relaying the play call in from the sideline. He's the backup quarterback. I didn't think this D was that good. I thought Clemson would beat them bad. Well, I mean, all 4 of these teams in the playoff, you got to have good defenses to get here. But like I said there with Notre Dame, in my opinion, they should have been like 7-5, 8-4 this year. They should have lost some games that they ended up winning. But pass over the middle, almost intercepted, incomplete. And Clemson will come on and punt. Justin Ross, number 8, was the intended target on that last play. But you got to have good defense, especially late in the season for both college and NFL. You got to have a good defense. You got to be able to run the football, and you got to be able to. If it comes down to it, you got to be able to put the ball through the upright. You got to be able to kick field goals, long field goals. And number 92, Greg Heigl, on to attempt this field goal. And his kick is up and good. Was going back and forth there as it went in, but 3-0 Clemson. Under 10 to play in the first. Clemson 3-0 over Notre Dame. Central Florida got robbed. Yes and no. Yes and no. If they would play somewhat of a tougher schedule and still go undefeated, I think they probably would have made it. But, I mean, you got to give credit where credit is due with undefeated teams. They're undefeated for a reason, you know. And we got Clemson and Notre Dame both undefeated as well. This is actually the first time ever in the 5 years of the college football playoff that two undefeated teams are meeting in the semis. So history being made here today in the Cotton Bowl. But that's also the reason why there's a lot of talk to expand the playoff to 6, 8, 10, 12 teams, whatever will happen. But if it ever happens, who knows? It might just stay at 4. It makes for good discussion. It's very, very interesting and whatnot. But you know, yeah, they did get robbed. But if they'd play somewhat of a tougher schedule, they'd probably be in. But at the same time, they are trying to schedule better opponents. So there's a lot of not a lot of controversy, a lot of resemblance between Central Florida and Boise State when Boise State started winning there for the first time, 10, 12 years ago, in the Fiesta Bowl versus Oklahoma, the Statue of Liberty play. You guys remember that? They started scheduling teams all across the country, and they ended up winning those games too. So if Central Florida is able to do the same, not just say, oh, we want to play everybody at our place, that's not fair. You got to play home and home, or neutral site for the third one if you want to do a three-year deal with whoever. So, I mean, yes and no, they got robbed, but I think this year, for the first time in the 5 years of the playoff, other than the first year, I think it was, when Ohio State jumped both Baylor and TCU to get to 4, they ended up winning the national title that year because you had Florida State, Oregon, Alabama, and Ohio State as your 4 teams, and then Ohio State defeated Oregon in Arlington at Jerry's World. I think this year they got the 4 best teams, to be honest with you. I know Notre Dame doesn't play, a conference championship game and whatnot, but I think they got the 4 best teams, to be honest with you. Yeah, I would have liked Ohio State to be in the playoff, being a Big Ten fan. It's good for the conference, but it is what it is when it's all said and done anyway. And, I'm picking Clemson and Alabama in the end, so we'll see what happens. Clemson kicks off, touchback. They don't play anybody that a lot of people, don't know, just not you. So, I mean, if you do watch a lot of football, though, teams will come around every now and then. They'll be good for a couple years, and they'll be put on the back burner there for the next 5 to 8 years, and then they'll come back. Because in college football, it's all recruiting. You gotta get kids to come in and play for you, and you gotta have the connections. You don't have those, you're not going to be successful. And like I said, you got to be able to run the football. Notre Dame runs it on 1st and 10. They get stuffed at the line of scrimmage. You got to play good defense, and then especially late, you got to have a good kicking game. So it'll be 2nd and 10 from the 25 for the Fighting Irish, with 8:15 to play in the first quarter. They're down 3 to Clemson, 3-0. Book hands off once again. Loss of another yard. And that was Dexter Williams on the carry once again. And like I said, I'll have stats and scores at halftime. Pass complete to Williams. He's going to get the first down and then some out to the 41. Play was dead from the start. Book almost got sacked. Somehow found Williams over the middle. And good blocking on the right side. No one on the left side. And he gets another first down. So Book airing it out deep near sideline. Flag on the play. Incomplete. Going to be a defense pass interference, it looks like, on Clemson. 15 yards from the previous spot, automatic first down for Notre Dame. Pass was intended for number 81, Miles Boykin, and number 1, Trayvon Mullen, was the culprit there on the pass interference for Clemson. So it's going to be 1st and 10 now for the Fighting Irish at the 44-yard line. And Book in shotgun, toss play out to the right to Dexter Williams, far side up top, and he gets tackled at the 38-yard line. Going to be 2nd and short. Got to check wrestling. All right, that's fine. 38. Book airing it out. Pass complete over the middle. That is number 10 for Notre Dame, Chris Finke. So at the 27-yard line now. 4 wide. Shotgun. Williams to the left of Book. Williams going to block. Book going to air it out. Now he's going to run, and he's going to get the first down. He dives at the first down marker, depending on the spot. The one ref looked like he's going to give him another yard. One ref runs in, though, and says no, it's a yard behind that. He dove head first at the 15-yard line, and they're going to mark him at the 17 officially. Book hands off to Williams. It's 1st and 10, though, for Notre Dame. He gets about 4 yards on the carry, so 2nd and 6 coming up for Notre Dame. Book looking to his left near side. Pass. Throws it away. Incomplete. Back of the end zone. 3rd down. Book so far is 3 of 4 for 33 yards. Lawrence 4 of 8, 20 yards. Ian Book 3 carries, 17 yards on the ground. Etienne for Clemson. Travis Etienne 2 carries for 9 yards. And Dexter Williams has 2 catches for 22 yards out of the backfield as well for Notre Dame. So it's 3rd and 6 from the 12. Book, little bit of a screen bubble pass there to number 8 for Notre Dame. Justin Yoon, a Oriental kicker. They're having some trouble with the net. Notre Dame going to attempt this field goal. Kick is up and good, so we got ourselves a tie ball game with 4:31 to play in the first. It's 3-3, Clemson and Notre Dame. Yeah, earlier today, Florida defeated Michigan 41-15. Virginia blanked South Carolina 28-0 in the Belk Bowl. And then the other game that's going on at the moment is the Nova Home Loans Arizona Bowl. Arkansas State is defeating Nevada 7-3, 4 minutes to play. And then it's 3-3 Notre Dame Clemson, and then the other game later on tonight, Oklahoma Alabama. And then we'll have more bowl games on Monday and Tuesday before the national championship game on Monday, January 7th.
Place where burritos are filled with delicious nachos or indulgent chicken enchiladas, all for the unbelievable price of $1. No, you're not having a delicious burrito dream. You're eating the new $1 grande burritos from Taco Bell's new Cravings Value menu. Value beyond belief.
follow my favorite team.
Or my favorite place.
Watch on my phone.
My TV.
Or my tablet.
Call 1-877-DISH-PPV or visit mydish.com/NBA for more information.
On the first day of Christmas came a cold winter's night. Dish's merriest month helps bring sleevefuls of goodies to light. We have tons of holiday classics live and on demand.
I thought the same thing. I did. Like the Nova Home Loans Arizona Bowl. That's the other one going on right now. There's that one, and then there's one the other night that I thought should have been on some other time. So they could have put the one on now, the other one on now, on some other time as well. But Monday and Tuesday, I think there's 5 or 6 games apiece. But then the Boise State-Boston College game the other day, the 26th, on Wednesday, they actually got canceled due to lightning in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. I don't know why they just didn't reschedule it, play it the next day. They didn't push it back later on the day because the storm wasn't going to give up anytime soon, but that just sucks. You know, you finish, what, 10-2 for Boise State. Fumble on the play on the return. Ball never goes out of bounds, but that's illegal touching. He was out of bounds. He cannot recover that. Oh, my. Notre Dame kicks off, or Clemson kicks off. Excuse me, Notre Dame kicks off. I was right the first time. Clemson receives it in the end zone. Returns it. See if he was down. No, that ball's out. Ball might have touched the sideline. That still might be Clemson ball if he was the last person to touch it before it went out of bounds. And, that's close. But then 83, you see him come around, curve back into the screen there. He is out of bounds. He's the first one to touch it, first one to recover it. That is illegal touching, and that cannot happen. This should be Clemson football. At least I think it should be Clemson football. But as of now, Notre Dame recovers, and it's Notre Dame ball inside the 10-yard line. See the pylon cam here. That ball is touching the sideline. Knows the football, and Clemson is touching it. That is Clemson football. So 83 for Notre Dame coming in from the sideline. While he was on the field, they are reviewing it. So they are looking at it as I speak. But that would be illegal touching if... yeah, that's a good shot right there. Good angle. That's out of bounds. Yeah, and whoever touched it last, that is who gets it. But yeah, 83 for Notre Dame, starting wide receiver, Chase Claypool, has a target already today. He was the one who was on the return, ran out of bounds, came back in, and was the first one to touch it and recover it. And that's illegal touching. So this should be Clemson football at 15, 18-yard line, somewhere around there. Still inside the 20-yard line on the return, but the ruling on the field is a fumble, so they got to find undisputable video evidence to overturn it. Yeah, but still, like, that just sucks. Well, Arkansas State, Nevada, yeah, but that just sucks. You finish what, 9-3 for, or 10-2 for Boston College, 7-5, or after review, ball's out of bounds at 13. Clemson ball. They're going to put some seconds back on the clock as well. Notre Dame, Brian Kelly wants a explanation. Notre Dame fans booing the hell out of that. But that's the right call. That's the right call. And then even if it was Notre Dame ball, it would be illegal touching if you go back to Clemson. Because that can't happen. Brian Kelly getting his explanation. Obviously, I get, you're pissed off about it, but it was the right call. If you would see that in real time or see the replay, I know you're on the field. If you'd see the replay, you would agree with it. So Brian Kelly giving Matt Austin a mouthful. They put 4 seconds back on the clock. Yeah, but shit schools, well, I shouldn't say shit schools because, every school is different, but football-wise, yeah. Nevada has been good in basketball, though, as of late. they're playing, so yeah, not really a game to really watch. But for Boston College to finish 7-5, I'll try to get this right this time around. And Boise State to finish 10-2. You go to a bowl game, and then it gets canceled due to lightning. That's just ridiculous. Come on, they could have rescheduled it. There's plenty of time. That just sucks for the players. Notre Dame gonna try to use that as momentum now on defense as Clemson gets the ball back after the play was overturned. It's Clemson ball at the 13-yard line, 1st and 10. Pistol. Lawrence keeps it himself, and he's gonna get 3 yards out to the 16.
Just a couple of feet away there, Sean, and you could hear Brian repeating the same word, conclusive.
Conclusive.
I think he was trying to make the point that he didn't see anything in the state-of-the-art jumbotron here
Yeah.
that indicated that it should reverse.
Yeah, oh well. Nothing you can do about it now. It's all said and done with. They overturned it, and it's Clemson ball from the 16, 2nd and 7. Lawrence looking to his left, the far side. Pass almost caught by Hunter Renfro, deflected, almost intercepted then, but incomplete. 3rd and 7 coming up for the Clemson Tigers. Good defense there by Notre Dame. Yeah, ball was on the money, and Renfro was a little bit taller. He probably would have came down with that, I bet. So 3rd and 7 now from the 16. Renfro, 13 in motion here to the near side, 4 wide. Shotgun. ETN to the left of Lawrence. Lawrence pass complete to Hunter Renfro at the 26. Gain of 10. 1st and 10 for Clemson. What's up, big dog? What you doing, buddy? Bubble screen out here to, that's Rogers, number 3. It's about 5. 2nd and medium. Handoff to ETN. Spin move, he gets stuffed. Maybe a gain of 1, depending on the spot. 3rd down. 3rd and about 4. Don't know. Obviously, that is a illegal stream of this game, but thanks for tuning in and commenting in the chat. Be sure to share on social media. 3rd and 5. 3rd and 4, basically, from the 32. Lawrence rolls out to his left. He's going to get tackled. Going to run out of bounds there. He's going to lose about 5-6 yards. So, after all that on the kickoff return, hey, what are you doing? You're fine. After all that on the kickoff return, the fumble, Clemson, they're going to punt. Notre Dame's going to get the ball back. What is going to happen next between Clemson and Notre Dame? What would you guys like to see happen? Let me know. What are you doing? You don't need to be itching yourself. You're fine. Clemson punts. And Notre Dame, fair catch at the 32-yard line. So, 2 minutes to play in the first quarter. We got ourselves a tie ball game, 3-3, Notre Dame and Clemson.
We're all fans of something. A team. A show.
A million reasons to be proud.
Thank you so much.
A character. And TV is where fans are born. Players become heroes. Characters become family. It's where spectators become teammates. Because with live TV, anything is possible. And it's never been better.
Out is gold.
and share with the ones who matter. Watch how you feel. Watch like you mean it. Watch any way you want. Watch like a fan.
She driving to Jessica's house?
At Northwestern Mutual, this is what our version of financial planning looks like. Tomorrow's important, but so is making the most of the house before they're out of the house. Spend your life living. Find an advisor at northwesternmutual.com.
The story of the Houston flood. No one expected this kind of flood. There was 3.5 feet of water in the living room. So I called Chick-fil-A.
I said, what? You called who?
I recognized his name, and that's when I answered the phone. I ordered 2 breakfast burritos and a boat.
He sent a boat.
She was packing. It was like we were getting ready to go on a vacation.
Had a couple of outfits.
One phone call led to community coming together.
So we jetted on out.
Anyone else to call Chick-fil-A? I don't think so.
New Year's Day, we invite you to sit back and enjoy 3 more college football bowl games on ESPN at 1 East LSU and undefeated UCF to the PlayStation Fiesta Bowl. That is the granddaddy of them all. 9th-ranked Washington against number 6 Ohio State on the Rose Bowl game presented by Northwestern Mutual. And will be in New Orleans, the All-State Sugar Bowl, Texas, and number 5, Georgia. First team left out of the 4-team college football playoff. They'll be trying to make a mark that they should have been included. First down for Notre Dame. 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. Tied at 3. Jafar Armstrong went ahead for 6. You mentioned, Sean, this is a big offensive line, and their guards are particularly big. That's different. A different looking offensive line that Clemson has normally seen. Banks and Tommy Kramer, the guards, both
2nd and 4 from the 38. Ian Book rolls out, and he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage. It's going to be 3rd and short for Notre Dame after a first down run there. Gain of about 6. Actually loses a yard, it looks like, on the rollout.
the last 2 games of the year. He says he feels great right now. He's got to be smart and protect his body when he runs. Broken ribs on his right side. He told us yesterday he's 100% healed.
Book pass complete. That is number 83, Claypool, on the slant. Nice catch by him. 1st and 10.
By the junior from British Columbia.
Nice catch.
Big, strong hand.
Ball might have hit the turf there, though.
And undoubtedly in the replay booth, they're taking a close look at it. He controls
He's got both hands under it as he goes down and controls it. It looks like that's a catch.
the catch. Pistol now.
Pistol, Book gonna get sacked. Farrell on the tackle. Loss of about 6-7 yards. 2nd and long for the Fighting Irish, Notre Dame.
This is the best pass rusher in the ACC, one of the best in the country. Led the league in sacks and tackles for loss. You better not
Top.
try to block him with a tight end
You like new toys, don't you?
very often.
Say squeaks. Yeah.
Sacks, 17 tackles for loss.
So you had a good Christmas, didn't you? Yeah. 2nd and 14. Pass complete over the middle. Number 86.
He's down at the 48-yard line on the final play of the first quarter, we think. They stopped the clock to move the chains, and now the time has expired.
Number 86, Mack on the reception. But that's going to do it for the first quarter. Somewhat of a long first quarter, it seemed like. Almost 5 o'clock here on the East Coast. And this game got started a little bit after 4. Normally a quarter, about 35-40 minutes. But with all the pregame stuff, I get that, you know, first quarter is just ending now at 4:55 officially on the East Coast here in the great United States of America. So at the end of the first, it's Notre Dame and Clemson tied at 3.
The names of our kids.
Well, that's not helpful.
Just okay is not okay, especially when it comes to your network. AT&T is America's best wireless network according to America's biggest tech. Now with 5G, more for your thing. That's our thing.
It can seem
Financial allow you to take advantage of growth opportunities with a level of protection in down markets, so you can be less concerned about your retirement savings. Talk with your advisor about Shield annuities from Bright House Financial, established by MetLife.
The all-new Copper Rewards program is here, and it's better than ever. Now, earn points 5 times faster than before, and redeem rewards towards anything on our Papa John's menu. Sign up today. For a limited time, Papa Rewards members get free cheese sticks with any purchase of $12 or more.
Life happens everywhere, like it never even happened, only happens here. The cleanup and restoration specialists at 1-800-SERVPRO and servpro.com.
Sometimes you find yourself in a big Clemson moment, the once-in-a-lifetime kind that changes everything. But life is a collection of a million little choices. Every day you do the work, learn the skills, make something beautiful. Every mentor who challenges you to become what you believe deep in your heart you could be. What will your Clemson moment be?
Aerial coverage provided by Goodyear. When you put in the hours, the reps, and the heart, nothing can keep you from being blimp-worthy. Goodyear, more driven. Out of the second quarter at AT&T Stadium. First time Notre Dame has shown an empty backfield, trying to find a matchup to throw on this third down play.
3rd and 6 from the 46. Pass incomplete. They're going to say that's a catch. Wow. Don't look like a catch. Right on the money. Perfect pass. It looked like he had dropped it. That was Cole Kemp, the backup tight end, number 84 on the reception. Pass incomplete downfield now. Intended for number 81, Miles Boykin. 2nd down coming up for Notre Dame.
6'2", 190-pound corner. That's big for a corner. And he was right in perfect position on Boykin on that play. Outstanding defensive coordinator,
Clemson brings the blitz a little bit. Pass complete to Boykin on the slant.
Another product of the Chicago area from the south suburbs, home to a lot of Notre Dame fans.
Gain of about 6, I'd say. Going to be 3rd and short. 7. 3rd and 3. And Book rolls out here to the near side to his right, looking to throw. Ends up throwing it in the ground. Pass incomplete, intended for number 10, Chris Fink. And 14 minutes to play on the dot in the first half. Going to be a long field goal for Yoon if Brian Kelly wants to attempt it. Offense is going to stay out there, though. From the 34-yard line, it's 4th and 3 for Notre Dame. I bet you any money they're going to try to draw him off sides. Nope, they're going to snap it, run a play. Buck gets drilled as he throws. Pass deflected, incomplete. Clemson takes over. Turnover on downs for Notre Dame. See Dexter Lawrence there on the sideline in street clothes. He's one of the Clemson players suspended for an illegal substance. The B sample even came back positive, so I said there earlier, he is not playing today. And then if Clemson does win against Notre Dame here, he will not play versus either Alabama or Oklahoma in the national championship game come January 7th. Clemson has the ball now at the 35. Handoff out to the 41. That's Feaster on the carry. And he gets about 7 yards.
This is an important drive for Clemson. Coming in this offense, averaging 530 yards a game.
Actually, Choice on the carry. Excuse me. 2nd and 3 now. Pass complete over the middle towards midfield. Number 1. Trevion Thompson. Lawrence looked good. Hasn't made any mistakes yet. Knock on wood. Now that I say that, he'll probably throw a pick or so. From the 48, Lawrence gets a snap. Passes deep down the far sideline. Pass complete. Clemson gonna score. That was number 8. Justin Ross on the reception. Catch and run. Lawrence put the ball up for Ross, only where he could get it at. He went up and got it. Pushed the defender down. Did the rest on his own. Ran in the end zone. 8 on 8. Yeah. Stiff-armed a guy there at the 5 in the end zone. That's a touchdown, Clemson. No doubt about that. So 9-3 though right now, pending the extra point. So a very, very quick drive after Notre Dame went for it on 4th down and did not get it. Quick drive for the Clemson Tigers. And they're now up, well, 9-3 still. Field goal was blocked. Extra point was blocked. And Clemson recovers it, but that ain't going to matter. 9-3, 12:50 to play in the first half. Good block. Didn't even get blocked coming up the middle. He went right through the center and got his left hand up, and ball goes backwards instead of going through the upright. So that's why it's 9-3, not 10-3. We'll have to see if that 1 point comes back and bites Clemson in the ass. See if it haunts them late in the game. But commercial break. 9-3 Clemson over Notre Dame.
Most valuable client. I'm your only client. I'm your only agent. No, you're not.
No worries, we have great rates on motorcycles.
Oh, that's bad because I was going to trade this in for a boat.
We cover that too.
Hop on, Aaron. Sorry, State Farm, no third wheels. This isn't a tricycle. Yeah? Yeah. Feels so light.
Go with the one that's here to help life go right. State Farm.
Introducing the $6 King Box. Choose from the
You guys like that thumbnail? It was either that or a different one, obviously. I had another one made up, depending on if I was going to go live off my phone or live off of the camera and then be able to use my phone in the meantime. So if you have already liked, followed, or subscribed to Gridiron Ring on social media, you would have already seen this picture earlier today, as this picture was used for the promo for tuning in to watch my live reactions right here on YouTube. So that's what the thumbnail is. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. Hopefully you guys like it. Come back from commercial break here between Clemson and Notre Dame, 2 undefeated teams. As I said there a moment ago, this is the first time in the 5 years of the college football playoff that 2 undefeated teams are meeting in the college football playoff semi. And Clemson kicks off, Notre Dame going left to right across your TV screen. So they'll begin at the 25-yard line after the touchback. They're down 6 after the blocked extra point. So 9-3, Clemson Tigers on top of Notre Dame Fighting Irish. And Notre Dame, their last drive, they drove downfield there. They decided to go for it. They're just on the outside of field goal range. They went for it on 4th and 3, did not get it. Very quick drive there for Clemson. and it ended with a touchdown pass from Lawrence to Ross, and that's where we're at the moment with 12:50 to play in the first half. Handoff, that's Dexter Williams, and he gets about 5 yards on the carry. He thinks he wasn't down. He gets up and continues to run. But they're going to mark him down. Gain of about 5. So 2nd and 5 at the 30 coming up for Notre Dame. Another handoff. Gain of about 3. Williams on the carry once again. He has, let's check on his stats. Going to be 3rd and 2 though from the 33. I have Dexter Williams down for 5 carries for 15 yards. That might, however, need updated though. So 3rd and 2 from the 33, man in motion, book under center, play action pass incomplete over the middle, intended for number 1, Miles Conklin. Miles Boykin, excuse me. Notre Dame will punt. So quick drive for them. They go 3 and out. Their only good drive so far this game was the drive they went down and put up 3 points. So they might want to get something going. I mean, we saw a bowl game though the other day. It was Duke and Temple. Temple was up at halftime, and then Duke came out in the second half and absolutely blew them out of the water. They won like 56-28 or something like that. But it was like 28-14 Temple at halftime. So really a tale of 2 halves in that game. And then we saw yesterday Auburn most points and a half in a bowl game all time versus Purdue. They ended up winning 63-14. They were up 56-0 or 56-7 at halftime. And then last weekend, we've seen a lot of teams put up a lot of points during bowl season here. This game right now looking like it's going to be low scoring, but still got the game later tonight between Alabama and Oklahoma. Tua Tagovailoa, Kyler Murray, they'll put up points. Mark my word on that. But Army, triple option, they put up 70 last week on Houston in the Armed Forces Bowl. So they ran the ball there. Obviously a lot with triple option. Did, however, throw it, and it worked, surprisingly. So if you're playing Army and you do stop the run, just be aware they can throw the ball, but they're not used to it, not as used to it as compared to other teams. But commercial break. So Clemson, they had the ball after Notre Dame just punted. So trying to figure some things out here. Trying to get used to YouTube Live here. I said this is really the first time, other than the tests the other day, that I've been on YouTube doing live reactions, play-by-play of events. So I have been on Periscope before. You guys want to go follow me on Periscope, Cohan Luke 96. Twitter handle is also the same. All the old content is over there for live reactions, play-by-play of events. So just getting used to YouTube Live here, seeing what we got cooking.
Season is mayhem. Clemson, Dabo Swinney, no stranger to the playoff, in it for the 4th year in a row. Alabama has been in all 5. They'll play tonight in the Capital One Orange Bowl against Oklahoma. 9-3 Clemson. They scored on their last possession and then had their extra point blocked. Get the Philly join the game for the big possession here.
from the 23.
It's a great play by Justin Ross, but he's out there again. Ball is number 8.
Clemson has the ball going right to left, handoff. ETN gets to the 26.
Well, guys, as you see Trevor Lawrence, the freshman quarterback for Clemson, wearing number 16, there's a very good reason. It's because of Peyton Manning, somebody that he grew up idolizing. Well, a couple of weeks ago, he got Peyton Manning's phone number. Peyton wanted to talk to him, so he said, I called him, but he didn't answer, so I didn't have the courage to leave a message. Peyton did call him back, though. He shared some details of how he goes about preparation, what he did after his start as a freshman, and that has really helped Trevor Lawrence.
That's some good company to be a part of, have a good relationship with Trevor Lawrence, with Peyton Manning, in my opinion, greatest quarterback of all time. But both wore 16 in college, and both were burnt orange. Manning at Tennessee and Lawrence here at Clemson in his true freshman season. And he's played pretty damn well. And same thing with Peyton when he was at Tennessee. You know, his story didn't grow, you know, until really he was in his sophomore year. So that'd be next year for Lawrence. But then it just kept building and building. You know, won the SEC, won his bowl game in college, and then he ended up being the number 1 overall pick by the Indianapolis Colts in '98. So, obviously retired there a couple years ago, played for the Colts and Broncos, 2 Super Bowls. Like I said, my opinion, greatest quarterback of all time, but that's my opinion. I get everybody has their own opinions. Let me know in the comments below in the chat. Let me know who you guys think who is the greatest quarterback of all time. And let's say both college and the NFL. So commercial break. Clemson still has the ball. They're up 6 on Notre Dame, 9-3. You can still hear me all loud and clear. You can still see me and whatnot. Because I clicked on something here. I just wanted to make sure nothing happened on your guys' end. Because obviously I can still see myself talking to you guys, you know, the playback and whatnot. And I can still see the comments, the chat coming through. But in the process of, like I said, just figuring everything out right here on YouTube. So just bear with me. I just want to make sure, once again, everything good on the viewers' end. So we're going to try to get some more viewers tuned in to this live reaction play-by-play video of Clemson and Notre Dame in the college football playoff semi.
When you're good at sports, you have a trophy case. And when you're good at subs, you have a deli case. Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above.
The inspiration behind the Titan Games was create the most epic and insane athletic competition ever devised. Every challenge these competitors will face is inspired by the workouts that have fueled them.
This is literally, it's about how well you push past obstacles in your way. Cyclone. Set them up, knock them down.
I want this show to redefine what an athletic competition can be. Because the Titans aren't born, they're made.
There's a reason we recommend you order your sub with the juice. It's good. Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above.
Want to stay up to date? Hey Siri, what bowl games are coming up?
So I guess I'm playing part of Siri here. Difficult to do. It's the college football playoff semifinal, the second of the day from the Capital One Orange Bowl. Alabama, the number 1 team in the country, taking on Oklahoma, the Heisman Trophy winner. Tua Tagovailoa, the runner-up. Julian Love is out of the tent now, but still on the Notre Dame sideline on the plate, trying to work out an apparent
Slant pass from Lawrence to, that is number 3, Rogers on the reception for a first down for Clemson.
Nice read by Trevor Lawrence. You have 3 receivers and a little bunch set there. It's Julian Okwara who's down at the end of that play. Their best pure pass rusher.
They're already playing without Love, one of the best defensive backs in the country. Okwara, terrific pass rusher. Do you know anything else about Julian Love right now?
Well, working out on the bike right now, Sean, and he spent more than 15 minutes in real time inside the medical tent with 3 trainers inside there. Has come out no obvious limp in how he's walking. You can see him working back and forth. The training staff keeping a close eye on him, smiling. He's smiling back. We'll have to see if he returns, but certainly they've missed him in the series when he has not been out there.
Well, the problem with a hamstring, if that's what it is, Tom and Sean, is the fact that it's maybe feels good walking around, but can you push off and accelerate? And playing that position, you have to be able to accelerate, change directions, and that's the big question mark right now for Julian Love.
Okwara walked off.
Had an injured Notre Dame player on the field. That's why we have a delay. But it's 1st and 10 now from the 36. Trips here to the near side. No one up top. They're going to run it up top with Etienne on the handoff out of the shotgun from Trevor Lawrence. So Etienne, he gets a couple. He's a little slow to get up there, but he gets up. He should be good to go. Under 10 to play in the first half. It's 9-3 Clemson over Notre Dame. And, yeah, he got hit there hard. Upper thigh. Right hip area. Ball almost came loose as well, but he was holding on very, very tight. You don't really want to carry the ball like a loaf of bread, because if you do, 9 times out of 10 it's going to end up being fumbled. Pass deflected at the line of scrimmage. Pass intended for number 3, Amari Rogers. He's had a couple of receptions here today so far for the Clemson Tigers. He's had a lot of targets. Only has, as I look at the stats, Rogers, he has 4 catches for 17 yards, as it's 3rd and 7 from the 39. Clemson so far, they're 50% on 3rd down. Ball's at 39. 4 wide. Lawrence and shotgun looking to the far side, to his right. Passes over the middle, complete at the 40-yard line. That's Justin Ross, who has the touchdown for Clemson earlier. He gets a couple more yards, gets some yak yards on that, and gets brought down at about the 25, 30-yard line. A little bit of a post route over the middle. Caught at the 40, should have been tackled at the 40. Ran at 35, should have been tackled again. He ends up getting brought down at the 27-yard line. He gets the pass once again, bubble screen, gain of about 2. So 2nd and 8 from the 25 coming up for the Clemson Tigers. From the 24, fake the give. Lawrence looking to pass. He passes towards the end zone, near side. Pass, oh my. Should have been caught. Higgins, T. Higgins, had it in his hands and he dropped it. There is, however, a flag on the play. See what the penalty is. Wide open in the back corner of the end zone, near side.
That leaves these guys more single. This safety right here gets fooled by the run fake. Watch Jalen Elliott. He's going to get fooled on the run fake and doesn't even see T. Higgins.
Holding on Clemson. They're going to repeat 3rd down. Yeah, wouldn't have counted if he would have caught it due to the hold. So either way, it's still going to be Clemson ball, this time at the 34-yard line. It's 3rd down, 3rd and long after the hold. Actually, they're going to replay 2nd down, 2nd and 17. Trips to the near side here. Handoff to Lawrence fakes the give to Etienne. He keeps it for himself, runs out to the far side, gets the 25. Going to be 3rd and medium. Another injured Notre Dame player on the field.
There's another injury to Alohi Gilman. spike, but still on the sideline. And he cannot get back in there fast enough. There's Gilman, top right of your picture.
I think it was on the block. It wasn't on. He didn't get involved in the tackle.
Collided with his teammate Dante Vaughn at the end of the play. Tranquil comes in.
It really looked like it was the hit from his own teammate Vaughn that caused the problem.
Talk about the difference that Gilman has made. Terrific tackle. Last year, it's almost hard to believe, Notre Dame did not have an interception.
So 7:52 to play in the first half. Injured Notre Dame player on the field once again. So that's what the delay is. Hopefully he's all right.
And one more from the backup safety, Nick Coleman. So they have 7 this season. He's very smart. And against this team, Clemson, especially when guys are going to get free, open spaces, the coaches talked about the importance of his tackle.
One of the best tacklers on the team. And I'm not a doctor. I'm not speculating, but that has all the earmarks or appearances of a stinger type thing that kind of stunned him. He looks pretty good walking off the field right now, but just don't know the extent of that. But now you have a third down in a critical part of the field without Gilman and without Julian Love on the field and without your best pass rusher, Julian Accord, not on the field.
So now they go to Devin Studstill, that safety who played in only 5 games all year. He's number 14. Holly Rowe, what do you have?
Well, guys, I would just happen to be standing right where Logan Gilman was talking to the Notre Dame athletic trainers. He was complaining of some pain right where your clavicle or your collarbone would be, but then they also examined the back of his neck. So it could be a stinger situation. Talking, he's definitely in pain on the right shoulder clavicle area.
Julian Accord, their best pass rusher, still on the sideline as well. 4-man rush.
Lawrence is going to get sacked back at the 32 on third down. So Clemson will come on and attempt another field goal. Try to make this lead a bit larger as we near the end of the first half.
Gets ripped on the play. It was a 4-man rush. It wasn't a blitz. And a much-needed quarterback sack by the Notre Dame defense.
To force a long field goal try for Hugel. Made his only field goal today from 40.
Kick is up. A little bit of a knuckleball, wide left, no good. 9-3 still, Clemson over Notre Dame. So a blocked extra point for Clemson. Now a missed field goal. I do have the touchdown pass from Trevor Lawrence, Justin Ross. Notre Dame has the field goal as well. That's why it's 9-3 here, middle of the second quarter. Didn't look like it got tipped or blocked by any means on that one, but knuckleball the whole way and wide left. So Notre Dame going to get the ball back. Ian Book on the field in the pistol from 32. He hands off. Trickery, reverse. Book gets the pass, and he throws incomplete out of bounds. So Notre Dame diving deep in their playbook. I mean, really, you got to let it all on the line here this afternoon because this very well could be your final game. And started out, Book was in pistol. He handed off to number 8 for Notre Dame. That was, let me check the depth chart here real quick. Ball from 32 once again, 2nd and 10. Pass far sideline complete. That's Miles Boykin. So the trickery doesn't work. A simple pass down the far sideline does. Brent Venables asking for a push off. But that's a catch. Boykin 2 feet in bounds. And maintain possession going out. So at the 45, just past midfield, handoff, stuff to the line of scrimmage. Trickery though. That's Dexter Williams on the carry. The trickery. Book was in pistol, like I said. He handed off to Jamar Armstrong, and then Armstrong found Chris Fink coming behind. Fink tossed it back to Book. He was looking downfield for somebody, but no one opened, so that's why he threw it out of bounds. But then that pass play, next play after that, that's a fumble maybe, incomplete. What are they going to say? That was a catch and a fumble. They're going to mark him a yard shy of the first down, so a gain of 9 for Notre Dame. They're going to hurry up to the line of scrimmage, and rightfully so, to snap the ball, get the next play off, so they can't review that to make sure it wasn't an incomplete pass. But they are going to review it. Notre Dame did not get the snap off in time. So pass was complete, it looked like, over the middle to number 86, the starting tight end, Mack, and he caught it. That looked like a catch and a fumble. What do you guys think about that? That looked like a catch. 1, 2, he's making a move, turning, and then the ball comes loose, gets jarred loose by the defender, and yeah, they're going to say incomplete, I guess, maybe. That's one of the officials working for ESPN, a former ref. But the ruling on the field is a completed catch, completed pass and catch. So they got to find undisputable video evidence to overturn it. So it is under review. It's 9-3 Clemson over Notre Dame.
So how much more would he have to have turned and moved?
I would have wanted to see him turn and get more of the shoulders
Make a step.
and a further into a step.
Yeah.
Regardless, what we've seen from Notre Dame.
It is a catch, though, and they're reviewing it. Here's the call. After review, pass is incomplete. Pass is incomplete, because then if it would have been a catch and a fumble, Notre Dame would still have the ball. But really, it's just yardage at this point, because it'd be 2nd and 1 instead of 2nd and 10, because it was a gain of 9 on the play. But Notre Dame coming back on the field now. See if they draw up here on this down from the 45. 3rd and 10. 3rd and 10 from the 45. Book hands off. That's Dexter Williams, and he's going to lose some yardage back behind the 50-yard line, and Notre Dame's going to punt. I don't know why the hell you'd run it on 3rd and 10. Unless you knew you're going to punt and you're going to pin them deep so you can play defense and maybe get a safety or get good field possession then on your next drive. But Dexter Lawrence liking that on the sideline, going all Hulk Hogan on us. So Notre Dame punts, and Clemson fields it. Rogers at the 15. And that's where Trevor Lawrence and Clemson will begin their next drive. No commercial break, it looks like. Gonna continue playing as we near the end of the first half. About 4 minutes to play in the second quarter.
Millions donated by Allstate since 2005. We say thank you to them for continuing that terrific program that benefits many.
Very hard-fought football game so far. Low scoring. This is a critical time for both teams. Clemson with the football. They'll get the football to start the third quarter. They want to try to seize momentum in the game on this drive.
1st and 10 from the 25. 4 wide. Lawrence in shotgun. Clemson going right to left. Give to Etienne, and he gets about 3 yards.
Well, in terms of Gilman, Holly was exactly right. They had him testing the range of motion on his neck, and from that area up, they have not allowed him to return yet. Julian Love was going through different exercises, trying to test both legs, it appeared. Again, we never want to speculate, but clearly trying to test his comfort, range of motion from the waist on down. Has his helmet, appears eager to get back in the game, but not in yet, guys.
I was mistaken. I didn't think Gilman was on the field on that play. Great for him to be back.
From the 18.
2nd and 7.
Pass to Ross. And he almost loses the ball. He's going to be about 2 yards shy of the first down. A little bit of a comeback route there inside. And it's going to be 3rd and 2. Third and 1 officially. That's a long one. Lawrence, he's going to stay in shotgun. Looked like he was going to get up under center. And they're going to hand off. He's going to keep it himself. He gets stuffed at the first down marker, gets clobbered. Gets enough for the first down, though, so first down Clemson. Got tackled from both sides. That's dangerous, but he got the first down. That's all that matters. 2018 Goodyear Cotton Bowl, 9-3 Clemson over Notre Dame. 3 minutes to play in the first half. Lawrence keeps it, rolls out to his right, the far side. Pass complete to Hunter Renfrow, number 13. Out past the 40. Another first down for Clemson. A little bit of a rollout play action there. Renfrow wide open. At the 41 now. 1st and 10. Trips up top. Lawrence keeps it for himself once again. He's going to get another first down. Gain of 11. I don't think Notre Dame was ready for Lawrence to run the ball on their defense here this afternoon. They're going to spot the ball at the 48. Another 1st and 10. So a gain of 12 officially. Same play. Same formation. Pump fake on the bubble screen. Lawrence going to throw deep down the far sideline now. That's pass interference. There is a flag on the play. Defender not even looking. Flag was thrown before the ball even got there to Renfrow. So maybe a legal contact. Holding on Notre Dame on the defense. Number 8, Vaughn. So 10 yards from the previous spot. Another first down for Clemson.
Season started, it really fell off, and he struggled through a lot of the year, forced to play more in the absence of Julian Love.
You have to have a short-term memory to play that position because they're going to keep going at him here as long as he's on the field.
Handoff, that's Etienne. He gets a yard. 2:18 to play.
That brings to mind what Tony Elliott said to us. They looked at the Notre Dame defense and said, usually when you game plan, you look for the weak link. Where's Waldo, we call him? Who can we attack and take advantage of? The Notre Dame doesn't have one of those guys. They might think Vaughn is one of those guys now.
Well, and that's more because of how good they know Julian Love is.
From 37, 4 wide. Lawrence looking to his right. Pass incomplete. False start on Clemson. So instead of 3rd and 9, it's going to be 3rd and 14.
It's a great little stunt that they run, and Ankram's right here is going to move early, but both linebackers are going to blitz. They're going to bring Tillery around the outside, and Ankram with the early movement, but that's a difficult stunt to pick up because you're forcing your back to pick up a hard-charging guy.
So now 3rd down and 14. They're not in field goal range, perhaps 4-down territory. If they make some progress on this play.
From the 42, 3rd and 14, Lawrence looking to throw. Over the middle, pass complete to Justin Ross, and he walks in the end zone once again. Touchdown Clemson. 2 touchdown passes for Trevor Lawrence, both to number 8, Justin Ross. Notre Dame secondary getting burned deep downfield. 15-3 at the moment, pending the extra point. I've already seen one of those blocked and a missed field goal from Clemson, so I don't know if it'd be best for them to attempt another extra point or go for 2 to make it 17-3, a 2-point ball game. 1:44 to play in the first half. Clemson on to attempt the extra point. This says 15-3 at the moment, pending the extra point. And we're going to make that 16-3 now. So 16-3 Clemson on top of Notre Dame. Lawrence really effective with his arm, as we expected. 2 touchdown passes, both to Justin Ross, as I said. But he's been running the ball very well as well. So Notre Dame defense, they got to find a way to stop Trevor Lawrence, Travis Etienne, and Justin Ross if they want to get back in this ball game.
Pain affecting the back, hip and outer side of the leg, caused by compression of the spinal nerve root.
Lawrence now 15-22, 204 yards passing, and 2 touchdowns. Justin Ross, 5 catches, 137 yards receiving, and 2 touchdowns. Travis Etienne, 7 carries, 19 yards. Dexter Williams for Notre Dame, 9 carries for 16 yards. So both teams not really, running the ball that great, but still somewhat effective here early on, even though it's a 2-score ball game here late in the second quarter. Ian Book, 9-17, 92 yards. And then Boykin, 2-30 for Notre Dame. Williams, 2-22. Chris Fink, 1-11. Amari Rogers, 4-17. And Hunter Renfro, 2 catches for 26 yards. So those are just halftime stats there for you right now. Halftime coming up. If anything else changes before halftime here, minute 44 to play, I'll go over those as well. But going to be going over scores from college football bowl games this past week. So thanks for tuning in, guys. Thanks for watching my live reactions, play-by-play of college football. Clemson versus Notre Dame in the first college football playoff semifinal this year. Goodyear Cotton Bowl college football playoff semifinal game number 2 will be later tonight. Alabama, Oklahoma in the Capital One Bowl. But it's 16-3 at the moment. Clemson on top of Notre Dame. Be sure, if you guys haven't liked, followed, or subscribed to Gridiron Ring or myself, Cool Hand Luke 96 on social media, to do so. All the links are in the description below. So go over to Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, search at GridRing18, hit that like and follow button, and then check out Gridiron Ring's website as well. But hit that subscribe button right here on YouTube. Subscribe to Gridiron Ring right here on YouTube, and follow me on Twitter and Instagram at CoolHandLuke96, and on Instagram at LGoddessert96. As I said, all the links are in the description below. Clemson kicks off as we come back from commercial. Notre Dame going left to right. They call for a fair catch in the end zone. So that's very, very lazy. Instead of taking a knee, they call for a fair catch in the end zone. Notre Dame will have the ball at the 25-yard line. You guys got questions or comments as well? Drop those in the comment section below, or the chat box below as well. Try to answer those to the best of my ability as I see those coming through. So, pass complete over the middle, Ian Book to number 10. That's Fink, I believe. Yes, Chris Fink is number 10 for Notre Dame. So 3 wide and shotgun. Book looking to pass. He's going to run it. And he's going to get tackled at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10.
This is the guy at safety last year, coming off the bench at 49 tackles. He led the team with 83 tackles this year. Very rangy and just gets better.
From the 39. Notre Dame book fakes to Dexter Williams. He's going to throw to, excuse me, that is not Williams. That is number 8, Armstrong. Jafar Armstrong.
Brent Venables has been able to force a lot of third down and long passing situations. You take the run out of the equation, you turn your pass rushers loose.
From the 39, empty backfield. 5 wide. Bubble screen. Boykin. And he gets about 3 yards. So Dabo Sweeney going to call one of Clemson's timeouts. They'll have one remaining, 55 seconds as well. And they're going to, Notre Dame's going to punt, Clemson to get the ball back, and they're going to try to drive down the field and put some more points on the board here before halftime, it looks like. And rightfully so. That's the smart thing to do.
Take a look at the AT&T College Football Playoff bracket. We're finished here in Arlington, Texas. We go to South Florida for the Capital One Orange Bowl. Alabama and Oklahoma. I think I heard Reese Davis say this morning on game day that Oklahoma has given up more points than Alabama and Clemson combined. So we've seen a
That's
lot of
pathetic.
Oklahoma in recent weeks. They're still giving up points, but that defense has had a knack lately of making some plays. Is the defense good enough to compete now?
You got to hope they can make, if you're Oklahoma, you got to hope they make a couple plays. But Oklahoma, they're comfortable turning a game into a track. That's what they want to do. They want to hope to outscore you. The problem is Alabama is not a typical Big 12 defensive football team.
Tyler Newsome, the punt. Amari Rogers back deep.
Notre Dame punts. Good punt in the end zone. So Clemson will have the ball at the 20-yard line. Under 50 seconds to play in the first half. And they're going to try to drive downfield with Trevor Lawrence at the helm and put some more points on the board. Just comparing stats for the later game tonight between Alabama and Oklahoma, Tua Tagovailoa and Kyler Murray. Murray has more interceptions than Tua, but he's also thrown for more touchdowns, and he also has more yards rushing and rushing touchdowns as well, and that's really why he won the Heisman over Tua Tagovailoa, Kyler Murray, that is. So from the 20, Lawrence passes to Rogers at the 23. That's where he gets tackled. Doesn't seem like Clemson's in any type of hurry here. 32 seconds now. Offsides by Notre Dame. That's a good call by the officials. What are you doing? What's up, buddy? What's up, big dog? Say hi.
Position, having hit on a couple of long balls. Will Trevor Lawrence fire one deep again?
From the 27. 23 seconds to play in the first half. Pass complete to Amari Rogers for a first down. He gets out of bounds as well. 17 seconds to play. And they're setting downs. They got to chuck it deep. They got one timeout remaining. At least get in field goal range. I know your kicker has missed an extra point and missed a field goal, but still. Clemson, by the way, going right to left. And 4 wide, 2 up top, 2 down here at the bottom near side. ETN to the left of Lawrence. Lawrence looking to pass deep over the middle. Pass complete to Renfro at the 35-yard line. Under 10 seconds to play. I think Clemson calls their final timeout. Personal foul, roughing the passer on Notre Dame. That is a killer. 15 yards on to the end of the run. And they're going to have the ball at the 19-yard line now. They officially spotted them at the 34 and the 35. So 15 yards from the 34 to the 19. Clemson's going to have... Oh, my God. Yeah, that's late. That's clearly roughing the passer. Good call. Like 3 seconds late. Beautiful pass by Lawrence over the middle of Renfro. And Renfro had to go up and get it, and he got drilled as well. So Clemson will have the ball at the 19, and they're going to have some time here to take a shot in the end zone. So they take their final timeout. I assume they'll run something towards the sideline, maybe the back part of the end zone in the corner. You know, a fade of some sort. Your receivers, they got to get down there quick, though. Dabo talking to Lawrence, telling him to do this or that. They got 9 seconds, though. Kicker is warming up. You're sort of right there in the middle. Do you kick it or do you go for it and try to put some more points on the board with a touchdown rather than a field goal when you've already had a field goal get blocked? So it looks like Clemson will run a play. If you catch it inbounds, you better be running towards the sideline as fast as you can to get out of bounds to stop the clock. So your kicker can come on and attempt a field goal before the end of the first half here. Put more points on the board to go up potentially 19-3, as it's 16-3 now, Clemson, from the 19. They got trips here out wide to the near side. So 4 wide, Lawrence in shotgun, ETN to the right. Lawrence gets a snap. Looking. Fade. Back far end zone in the corner. What a catch. Oh my God. Touchdown, Clemson. T. Higgins. Deflected. Lawrence just chucked it up there for him. And it got deflected. Defender wasn't even looking, got his left hand up, but then T. Higgins was there. Somehow caught it with his right hand, one-handed catch, brought it back to his chest, controlled it as he went down, foot in bounds. That's a catch. That's a touchdown. What a play call. Call on the field is a touchdown as well, so they got to find undisputable video evidence to overturn it. Feet in bounds before that foot, he has control right there. That foot's down. The question would be, does his arm hit out of bounds before his legs come back down? His leg was in bounds before his elbow hit out of bounds anyway, and he still maintained possession going down. And that's a catch. I think that's a catch. And the rolling on the field, like I said, is a touchdown, a catch for a touchdown. So they got to find undisputable video evidence to overturn it. So they'll be looking at this to end the first half here. Right now, it's 22-3 Clemson on top of Notre Dame. That's a catch. What do you guys think? Let me know in the chat. Is that a catch or no catch? Rolling on the field confirmed. A quick review. Normally when it's really quick like that, it stands as called, confirmed. So another touchdown pass from Trevor Lawrence, this time to T. Higgins. So Higgins has one of Lawrence's 3. Justin Ross has the other 2. 2 seconds to play in the first half. It's 22-3, pending the extra point for Clemson on top of Notre Dame. I already have a missed field goal, like I said, and a blocked extra point. So we'll see what happens here on this extra point. Snap. Snap was good. Hold sort of low, and extra point up and good. So 20-point ball game now. 3-score game. 23-3. Clemson on top of Notre Dame. 2 seconds to play in the first half. Questions and comments, greatly appreciated, guys. Drop those in the comments below or in the chat. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe to Gridiron Ring and myself on social media. Gridiron 18 and Colehan Luke 96 All the links are in the description below. What a play. What a catch. All starts up front, though, with the center snapping the ball. Good blocking. What a throw by Lawrence. Notre Dame, they still found a way to get a hand on it, but T. Higgins came down with it, and that's really all that matters because Clemson scored another touchdown. So, as I said, Trevor Lawrence now has 3 touchdown passes, 264 yards. I think right now, the way Trevor Lawrence is playing in this football game, the way he's played all year, he'll be a early season Heisman favorite for next year. A little bit of a squib kick there. Notre Dame calls for a fair catch at the 35-yard line, so no time comes off the clock. Still 2 seconds to play. Notre Dame will have 3 timeouts in 2 seconds. They're not going to need all 3 timeouts, obviously, but they got 2 seconds to chuck it up if they want to try a Hail Mary here before halftime. It looks like they're going to take a knee, though. Heading into halftime, down 20, 23-3 to Clemson. And Notre Dame takes a knee. We'll get halftime interviews here. Brian Kelly with Tom Rinaldi and Dabo Sweeney with Holly Rowe. Cotton Bowl is on ESPN. Halftime, though, 23-3. Clemson on top of Notre Dame. Alabama, Oklahoma later tonight in the Capital One Orange Bowl. We'll have to see what happens here in the second half.
Well, Coach, Notre Dame is very good at not giving up explosive plays. So 2 big touchdowns with explosive plays. How much is that the play call? How much is that your 19-year-old freshman quarterback making reads?
Well, I mean, it's you got to give him the play call for him to make the read. So we're staying aggressive. You know,
Dabo saying Clemson's staying aggressive. Yeah. Playmakers making plays. Players make big-time plays in big-time games. Trevor Lawrence is stepping up. Brian Kelly with Tom Rinaldi now. That sucks for the other coach. They have to wait for the other coach to get done with their interview. Head injury for one of the Notre Dame players that went down earlier. Brian Kelly saying Notre Dame has to step up. Rightfully so. They're down 20 at halftime. Yeah, you got to make plays. That's right. Probably your worst half so far this season. Even though I said earlier that, in my opinion, Notre Dame should have finished 7-5, 8-4. But both teams head into the locker room. Clemson leading 23-3. So halftime report coming up. Let's see if the other game that was going on is still on. No, it is not. Bowl game went to overtime. You rarely see that. Nevada came back and defeated Arkansas State 16-3 in overtime. So I picked the Wolfpack as well. So I'm going to mark down a win in the record book here for my bowl predictions. Let me get here real quick. And then I'll get some stats of the first half and go over scores of other bowl games this past week. So far today in my bowl predictions, I'm 2-1. Michigan was the only game that I lost. They let me and themselves and the rest of the Big Ten down, losing to Florida, losing their second consecutive bowl game. But in the first half for Clemson and Notre Dame, as I said, Clemson is leading by 20, 23-3 at halftime. Ian Book passing for Notre Dame, 11 of 20, 107 yards. Trevor Lawrence passing for Clemson, 19 of 26, 264 yards, and 3 touchdown passes. Looking like the MVP of this ball game. Has also Also has 13 yards rushing on 6 carries. So quarterback running the ball, really helping out for both teams. Ian Book, 6 carries for 14 yards. But really the difference, obviously, the 3 touchdown passes from Trevor Lawrence to Justin Ross for 2 of them, and then T. Higgins there right before halftime for the other one. So that's 3 scores. They don't have those 3 touchdowns. It's still 3-3 here at halftime. So Travis Etienne, 7 of 19 carrying the ball. Dexter Williams, 9 of 16. Justin Ross, as I said, 137 yards receiving and 2 touchdowns. Amari Rogers, 6 of 26. Hunter Renfrow, 3 of 58. T. Higgins, 3 catches for 29 yards and a touchdown. And then Notre Dame receiving Boykin, 2 of 30. Williams out of the backfield, 2 of 22. And Chris Fink, 2 of 24. So at halftime, it's 23-3 Clemson on top of Notre Dame. I'll get scores here in a second. All right. So earlier today, Florida defeated Michigan in the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl 41-15. Virginia over South Carolina in the Belk Bowl 28-0. And then Nevada, they just defeated Arkansas State in overtime 16-13. Later tonight, Alabama, Oklahoma, Capital One Orange Bowl, College Football Playoff Semi number 2. Now we're going to back it up 2 weeks. I'll go over all the bowl games now, not just the games this past week, as I said. So 2 weeks ago, that's when the bowl games began. Saturday, December 15th. And Fresno State won the Las Vegas Bowl over Arizona State 31-30. Tulane, Cure Bowl champs over Louisiana Lafayette 41-24. Utah State, they won the New Mexico Bowl over North Texas 52-13. Georgia Southern 23-21 on a game-winning field goal in the Raycom Media Camellia Bowl. Appalachian State 45-13 in the R&L Carriers New Orleans Bowl. And then Tuesday, December 18th, the Boca Raton Bowl, UAB won their first bowl game in program history 37-13. Ohio over San Diego State 27-0 in the DXL Frisco Bowl. Last Thursday, the 20th of December, 38-30, or 38-20, excuse me, Marshall over South Florida and the Bad Boy Mowers Gasparilla Bowl. Halftime here in the Cotton Bowl, though, 23-3. Questions and comments greatly appreciated. Thank you for tuning in and watching college football, Clemson, Notre Dame, live reactions, play-by-play. At halftime, Clemson leads by 20, 23-3. Trevor Lawrence, 3 touchdown passes. Notre Dame really hasn't got a whole lot going on offense, some injuries on defense. So they got to get something going in the second half if they want to get back in this ball game and defeat the Clemson Tigers to go back to the national championship game this season. So then last Friday, bowl season, the Bahamas Bowl, Florida International won 35-32 over Toledo. BYU 49-18 over Western Michigan in the famous Idaho Potato Bowl. Wake Forest defeated Memphis last Saturday 37-34. Memphis, they were in a situation, they were in field goal range. First kick was up and good, but Wake Forest called a timeout. Second kick, up and good, but a false start on Memphis. Third kick, no penalty, no timeout. Kicker misses it, and Wake Forest wins the Birmingham Bowl over Memphis 37-34. Then Army, they put up 70 on Houston last Saturday, 70-14 in the Armed Forces Bowl. Troy over Buffalo 42-32 in the Dollar General Bowl. And then last Saturday night, Louisiana Tech defeated Hawaii in the Hawaii Bowl 31-14. So who has 23 points? Clemson has 23 points. Clemson is leading 23-3. Both Alabama and Oklahoma arriving in Miami at Hard Rock Stadium. In South Beach, we see Nick Saban, Tua Tagovailoa, Lincoln Riley, Kyler Murray. They're about a little more than 2 hours away from kickoff for the 2018 Capital One Orange Bowl. Alabama looks like they'll be wearing their home jerseys, and Oklahoma road whites. earlier this week then, just on Wednesday, the day after Christmas, hopefully everybody had a Merry Christmas. Hopefully Santa squeezed his fat white ass down everybody's chimney. Minnesota defeated Georgia Tech in the Quick Lane Bowl 34-10. TCU over Cal in overtime in a shit show. I talked about these in my bowl predictions this past week. Just put that video out there yesterday, the audio recording of that. So go listen to that. But TCU won in overtime on a game-winning field goal over Cal in the Cheez-It Bowl, 10-7. Boston College Boise State in the First Responder Bowl, that actually got canceled due to lightning in the Dallas area. It was 7-0 Boston College when they canceled it, postponed it, then they canceled it. I don't know why. I talked about it a little bit ago there. I don't know why they didn't reschedule it, or why they couldn't have played it at a later date. There's plenty of time for them to make up this bowl game, but they will not. It just sucks for the players. Had good, both teams had great seasons. Get to a bowl game, and then your bowl game gets canceled. So first time ever that a bowl game in college football got canceled. Duke over Temple, 56-27 in the Independence Bowl. That was the game I was talking about, Temple and Duke. Temple was up, I believe it was 27-14 at halftime. And then there's 27-21 here at halftime as I look at it. But then Temple got shut out in the second half. Duke went wild in the third and fourth quarters, and they blew Temple out of the water, won the Independence Bowl 56-27. Wisconsin over Miami for the second consecutive year in a bowl game last year in the Orange Bowl. This year in the New Era Pinstripe Bowl at Yankee Stadium, the Badgers defeated the Hurricanes 35-3. Baylor over Vandy in a shootout in the Texas Bowl on Thursday night. What a game that was. Matt Roll, first year last year, had one win with Baylor. This year, they get 7 wins after winning their bowl game, the Texas Bowl, over Vanderbilt 45-38. Washington State last night, 28-26 over Iowa State. Syracuse defeated the old foe, West Virginia, out of the Big East in the Camping World Bowl, 34-18. Washington State defeated Iowa State in the Valero Alamo Bowl, 28-26. And then Auburn, 56 points in the first half, most ever in a bowl game. They ended up winning 63-14 over Purdue out of the Big Ten. So as I said, 3 games that have already taken place today. Florida defeated Michigan, Virginia over South Carolina, and Nevada over Arkansas State in overtime. 23-3 here at halftime. Clemson on top of Notre Dame. And then Alabama, Oklahoma later tonight. Got some games this upcoming Monday, New Year's Eve, and on New Year's, January 1st, 2019. Cincinnati, Virginia Tech in the Military Bowl on Monday. Stanford and Pitt in the Hyundai Sun Bowl on CBS at 2 p.m. on Monday. Michigan State, Oregon in the Red Box Bowl, new bowl game this year, still taking place out in Santa Clara at Levi Stadium, though, just a new sponsor, because whoever sponsors the bowl game, whoever pays the most money gets to sponsor it. Has always been like that and always will be like that. Talked about that as well in my bowl predictions part 5 yesterday, so go listen to that. Like I said, see a commercial for American Idol that will be coming back in March, along with the Masters on CBS in April. But I'll have my predictions, College Football Bowl Predictions 2018 Part 6, out by Monday, so stay tuned for that. They'll have the predictions for the games on Monday and Tuesday, this upcoming week that I'm going over right now. So Cincinnati, Virginia Tech Military Bowl, Stanford, Pitt, Hyundai Sun Bowl down in El Paso, Michigan State, Oregon on Fox in the Red Box Bowl. And then later on in the day, Missouri, Oklahoma State in the Liberty Bowl, Northwestern, Utah in the Holiday Bowl out in San Diego. That should be a good game. That's at 7 o'clock on Fox Sports 1 Monday night. And then 7:30 Monday night on ESPN, NC State will play Jimbo Fisher's Texas A&M Aggies. And then on Monday, Mississippi State, Iowa in the Outback Bowl at noon. And then at 1 o'clock, that's when things really get going. The Fiesta Bowl, LSU Central Florida on ESPN, Kentucky, Penn State, 1 o'clock, and the Citrus Bowl on ABC. I'll be on YouTube doing live reactions, right here on YouTube, doing live reactions play-by-play of Kentucky and Penn State. And then if you guys want me to do live reactions play-by-play of the Rose Bowl this year, Washington and Ohio State, let me know in the chat below. And then also on Monday, Texas or on Tuesday, excuse me, Texas and Georgia in the All-State Sugar Bowl. So they're getting ready for Alabama, Oklahoma here later tonight. Fans starting to arrive at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Kirk Herbstreit and Chris Fowler on the sideline right now, previewing this football game as it's halftime in the Goodyear Cotton Bowl. It's 23-3, Clemson on top of Notre Dame. So there's your halftime report, stats of this game and scores from all the bowl games so far this 2018 bowl season. Field looks in great shape for the Capital One Orange Bowl. Never looks like that for the Miami Dolphins or the Miami Hurricanes during the regular season. And I get it, though, because both teams play at that stadium, Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, on that same field. Who knows? They might have put new turf down. I highly doubt it, though. Imagine Dragons halftime show for the national championship game on Monday, January 7th. I'll be live right here on YouTube doing live reactions, play-by-play of that game as well. So stay tuned for that. But I get, both teams playing on that field. It gets banged up a whole lot, and should be a good game later tonight between Alabama and Oklahoma. Hopefully the surface, doesn't affect it that much. Later this weekend, though, tomorrow night, Sunday Night Football, the Tennessee Titans will host the Indianapolis Colts. I'll be live on YouTube doing live reactions play-by-play of that game as well, along with the Pittsburgh Steelers Cincinnati Bengals tomorrow afternoon on CBS. So be sure to tune in to Gridiron Ring right here on YouTube. All you have to do is hit that subscribe button. So hit the subscribe button, you'll be subscribed. Hit the little notify bell next to it as well to get notifications. But the Music City Bowl was yesterday. Auburn played Purdue. So they're going to be playing another game, within a couple days, a 2-day span there. 3-day span, 2 games in 3 days. And the field tomorrow night between the Titans and Colts will probably be banged up pretty bad. But we'll have to see what happens. We'll have to see what happens here in the second half between Clemson and Notre Dame. And then later tonight with Alabama and Oklahoma. And we'll obviously, once both these games are done and over with, we'll see who's playing each other. We'll know who's playing each other in the College Football Playoff National Championship game Monday, January 7th out in Santa Clara. And like I said, I'll be live right here on YouTube doing live reactions, play-by-play of Steelers, Bengals tomorrow, along with Titans and Colts. And then this upcoming Tuesday, for sure, Penn State and Kentucky. And if you guys want me to do the Rose Bowl this year, let me know in the chat below. All you guys have to do is subscribe to Gridiron Ring right here on YouTube, and be sure to share this live stream on social media. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe to Gridiron Ring as well on social media: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Gridiron Ring's website, my Twitter and Instagram as well. All the links are in the description below. So go check out Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, subscribe right here on YouTube, and go check out Gridiron Ring's website. So 23-3 at halftime, Clemson over Notre Dame.
Look during the national championship game.
Now you can buy faster and accelerate your deal on Auto Trader by putting car buying in the palm of your hand. Start your paperwork online. Choose from actual financing options and receive a real Kelley Blue Book trade-in offer to get a no-surprise monthly payment based on your information. Save time at the dealership when you start your deal online. Auto Trader. Buy faster.
10 years ago, I had an undiagnosed heart condition, and erectile dysfunction was actually the first sign that something was wrong.
Luckily, I'm a doctor, an expert in sexual health, and Zach's that.
Not everyone has a doctor in the house, and some health conditions can be really tough to talk about. We started Roman to change that.
Now you can go online and chat with a physician.
And if treatment is right for you, we'll ship FDA-approved medication right to your door. If you're experiencing ED, hair loss, cold sores, or other issues, let's take care of it.
The Indeed Halftime Report is brought to you by Indeed, official job site partner of the NCAA.
See Nick Saban walking in. He bypasses the security. Tua Tagovailoa also walking into Hard Rock Stadium there down in Miami. Like I said earlier, it's either Boomer Sooner or Roll Tide Roll later tonight between Alabama and Oklahoma. Still halftime, Clemson, Notre Dame, 23-3 Tigers on top of the Fighting Irish. You guys got questions or comments? Chat box, that's where those go. Try to answer them to the best of my ability as I see those coming through. Still halftime. Just be sure to share on social media and subscribe to Gridiron Ring right here on YouTube.
Gary, I am proud of you, my man. Making simple, smart cashback choices. With Quicksilver from Capital One, you're earning unlimited 1.5% cash back on every purchase everywhere. Like on that new laptop, Quicksilver keeps things simple, Gary, and smart, like you. I like that.
I guess I am pretty smart. Don't let that blow your head, Gary.
What's in your wallet?
Holy son, just a glass.
I want to believe in real-life superheroes. Like every kid, but I'm still waiting.
And yet, we exist.
Convince me.
Some of us don't die in bullets. Some of us can bend steel. Are you ready to show the world what we are capable of? This popular comic book. Rated PG-13.
For better reunions and receptions, better Sundays, and how is it Mondays? For special occasions, or to make not so special occasions better. Papa John's. Get the great value of 2 medium, 1-topping pizzas for just $6 each when you buy 2.
Heck, care ain't easy. 12 hours, 20 dogs? Where's your belly rubs? After a day of chasing dogs, you shouldn't have to chase down payments.
Send invoices and accept payments to get paid twice as fast.
It's time to get yours.
QuickBooks, backing you.
Love bothers, love hurts. She came off as a sweet little girl. A sweet little innocent girl doesn't cut a man's penis off.
I got him. It's quite a story.
The 2020 event, Friday at 9/8 Central on ABC.
Channel 112, or is it 2? It's here. Is that the new voice remote from Dish? You can find shows, channels, movies with simple voice commands. HGTV. Ha! This has made my voice more powerful than ever. Let me try. Property Brothers. Nice! Here, I should have another one. Favorite brother. Oh, there's Jonathan Scott. Nobody cares. Everybody loves Jonathan Scott. Nobody likes Drew. Come on. Oh, hey, it lights up. I need the light to fix that.
Property Brothers Buying and Selling, Wednesday nights at 9 on HGTV.
First day of Christmas came a cold winter's night. Dish's merriest month helped bring sleighfuls of goodies to light. We have tons of holiday classics live and on demand for days. We even have all your favorite holiday movies and shows that you crave. In fact, 2 Yule logs for any room to help set the scene. Not to mention our music channels, not 1, but 15.
And let us continue spreading holiday cheer.
Somewhat of a long halftime, but does look like they're going to be starting the second half here with the next couple minutes. 6:15 here, Saturday, December 29th, 2018. 6:15 here in the East Coast of the United States. You guys are watching from other locations. So yeah, the second half, 2018 Goodyear Cotton Bowl will be getting here momentarily. Clemson will get the ball to begin the second half as well. They won the toss and deferred the second half. So Notre Dame will kick off. And the winner, as Sean McDonough says, alongside former Penn State quarterback, former first-round pick, the Kansas City Chiefs, Todd Blackledge, they're on the call. The winner will advance to the College Football Playoff National Championship game and play the winner of Alabama-Oklahoma from later tonight. So that's why both of these games, the Goodyear Cotton Bowl and the Capital One Orange Bowl, are so big this afternoon, because the winners of the two playoff semis will meet in the national championship game Monday, January 7th. Be sure to share on social media, subscribe to Gridiron Ring right here on YouTube. Hit that thumbs up button as well if you enjoy this live stream of college football, Clemson versus Notre Dame live reactions play-by-play. So Trevor Lawrence has his helmet on. Clemson will receive. Clemson will go left to right across your television screen. Notre Dame vice versa, right to left to begin the second half. So Notre Dame kicks off. And ball's going to go in the end zone for a touchback. Clemson will begin at the 25-yard line. How's everybody doing? Can you guys hear me all right? Can you see me? Any technical difficulties on your end? Let me know in the chat. Just want to make sure everything's going good on my end and on your end, the viewer's end. So they're just showing some replays of some first half plays as Clemson, like I said, they'll have the ball at the 25-yard line here to begin the second half. So pass out to Renfro, gain of about 4. Going to be second and 6 then from the 29.
Certainly a sight for sore eyes for this defense. What a difference when he was out for the majority of that first half, Sean.
Shotgun, Lawrence, he gets a snap, looking to the far side. Up top, pass over the middle. That's T. Higgins, complete at midfield. He's going to get tackled at the 45. Mark him down at the 46, it looks like. Trips up top. No one here to the near side. Lawrence and shotgun once again. As I said, Clemson going left to right. Plenty of time on the play clock. Pass deflected. Looks like it's intercepted by Notre Dame. Did the ball hit the turf, though? And they're going to say an interception by Clemson, by Trevor Lawrence. Notre Dame ball at the 40-yard line. They're going to look at this, though. They have to. It looked like a pick. It did. Deflected the line of scrimmage. See the replay here. Ball never... it hit the turf right there, but did he control it going down? That's close. They did, however, call it a pick and an interception on the field, so they got to find undisputable video evidence to overturn it. They're going to review it. That should be incomplete as I look at that now, yeah. It looked like an interception in real time. Right there, the ball's hitting the ground. And he doesn't have his hands under it. Does have control of it, though. Attached to his chest. But the ball, in the meantime, hit the turf, so that should be incomplete, but they did roll an interception on the field. So like I said, they got to find undisputable video evidence to overturn it. And what a way that would be to begin the second half for Notre Dame, the kickoff. Maybe this would be the momentum that they need to get back in this ball game versus Clemson down 23-3. But the previous play is under further review at the moment, so we'll see what happens.
Not only is he their best cover corner, but he's one of those 6 defenders on this starting experience and one of the real leaders of this group.
No doubt. 34 consecutive starts tonight. Tom, can you elaborate?
I know that Brian Kelly referred to it as a head injury, clearly, Sean, but when he emerged out of that tent after between 15 and 20 minutes of treatment in real time, he continued to do drills, crouching down, trying to stretch out the hamstring on both sides. That's what perhaps indicated more than anything else, as well as pregame, when Julian Love was off by himself, continuing to stretch long before the rest of the team goes through their customary drills. So that's what perhaps indicated it.
After review, incomplete. Didn't maintain control as he went down. So second down for Clemson. They're going to put some time back on the clock. 13:53 to play in the third now. So no interception, incomplete pass by Trevor Lawrence. Clemson sells the ball, 2nd and 10, up 20, 23-3 here in the third quarter.
The all-time leader in Notre Dame in passes broken up. Also holds the single season mark. He had 20 of them last year.
So ball at the 47, man in motion. Lawrence gets the snap, rolls out, hand off to Travis Etienne. Spin move, he gets about 1.5 yards. Going to be 3rd and long, about 3rd and 8. Lawrence gets a snap, passes deep down the near sideline here, intended for T. Higgins, incomplete. No flag on the play. Good no call. Fourth down for Clemson, they'll punt. So Notre Dame, they luck out here on Clemson's opening drive. Had the interception, called incomplete then. They stop Clemson. They'll force the Tigers to punt, and they'll get the ball back here to begin the second half. Questions and comments, guys, greatly appreciated. Kick is up and away. Cameraman doesn't know where it's at. Fair catch signal forward by Chris Fink at the 12-yard line. So from the 13, Ian Book going to keep it himself. He's going to get out to the 15, gain a 2 on the keeper, 2nd and 8.
Well, everybody wanted to know how Clemson would absorb the loss of Dexter Lawrence, their great defensive tackle, and they've done it by committee. I've seen 3 different guys rotate in at his position, and as many as 8 on the defensive front. Clemson has rotated a lot all year. They're continuing that same tradition. Guys are fresh, and they've held up pretty well without big Dex.
Book rolls out, pass complete. Boykin going to be about 4 yards shy of the first down.
And we talked about the touch chart for Clemson in that first half, particularly the second quarter. Notre Dame not able to do the same thing. They have not been able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers.
They're 3 out of 9 on 3rd down.
This is an area of the field where you think Chris Fink needs to kind of make a play for Notre Dame.
3rd and 5 officially from the 18. Book looking to his left, going to run it, and he's going to get the first down. He dives for the first down. Brent Venables, defensive coordinator for Clemson, not happy about that. He needed 5, he got 6. First down Notre Dame. Should have been sacked right there. And somehow danced his way up the middle of the field and got another first down. So from the 29 or 24-yard line, excuse me, Buck going to roll out here to the near sideline once again. He's going to get about 7-8 yards on that carry. So second and short for the Fighting Irish. Clemson looking a little bit tired there on this drive on defense. Don't know why. They had, how long there with halftime and whatnot to rest up. But Notre Dame, 3 wide, pistol, handoff, fake the give, pass to Boykin. That's pass interference on Clemson. Flag comes in a little late. Yeah. He didn't even, the defender didn't even go after the ball. He was holding Boykin the whole way down the near sideline, and that's a good call. 15-yard penalty from the previous spot, automatic first down from Notre Dame. Good call. Good call. The refs, surprisingly, in this game, they've been doing a pretty damn good job. 3 flags came flying in there. So they were all in agreement on that. I wouldn't necessarily say that with the NFL officials this year, especially as of late. There's been a lot of bad calls, in my opinion. But handoff to Williams. He gets to the 45 past midfield. He's going to be about 2 yards shy of the first down, though. So Buck, he's going to run it once again, get another first down out to the 35. Pass over the middle downfield. Ian Book to Boykin, incomplete. Good no call on that, too. Boykin got tackled as the ball was right there. Deflected, a little bit, so he fell down. That's a good no call. Notre Dame fans, you can hear them in the background there wanting a flag, but they ain't going to get it. Rightfully so. I get why you're pissed off. You want the flag, but that's a good no call. From the 38 now. 2nd and 10. 4 wide. Book in shotgun. Maybe a little bit of an offsides there by Clemson. Fumble on the play. Dexter Williams gets it. He's going to get tackled back at the 45-yard line now. So a loss of about, 7 yards? Might have been a little bit of a toss play instead of a fumble. There is a flag on the play, and they're going to call offsides on Clemson. So, yeah, okay, I saw that. That's a good call as well. Just a second early. And all that just happened doesn't matter. Notre Dame's going to get a 5-yard offside penalty against Clemson. Yeah, it was a little bit of a toss play there from Ian Book to Dexter Williams. It wasn't a fumble. Looked from a distance like he fumbled it, but it was a little bit of a toss play as Book was going down. But 2nd and 5 now from the 33. Book gets a snap. Notre Dame going right to left. Pass over the middle, complete at the 30-yard line to number 86, Mack. So from the 30, 3rd and short, Book under center. Got a whistle. Got a whistle. Timeout maybe. Maybe a false start. Flag on the play. Instead of 3rd and 2. Instead of 3rd and 2 for Notre Dame, it's going to be 3rd and 7. False start on Notre Dame. 5-yard false start. Going to replay 3rd down, 3rd and 7. I didn't see no false start, but okay. Maybe they show the replay. Maybe I'll See it. Both teams subbing some players in and out here. 3rd and 7 from the 35. Now they got to get to the 28 for a first down. Trips up top, or up the far side, and Book gets the snap. He's going to get sacked back at the 38. Now they're on the outside field goal range. Not a time to take a sack. Just throw it away. Didn't even really bring the blitz a whole lot on that play. Linebacker stayed still, and Book decided to run for it, and he was right there. Now Notre Dame's going to come on and attempt a very, very long field goal. We've already seen kicking trouble in this game for Clemson. Blocked extra point and a missed field goal. But a 55-yard field goal by Notre Dame, whistle, maybe a timeout. Clemson does have a guy deep to return this if it's no good. Before the snap, Clemson called a timeout, make them think it over. Good timeout by Dabo and Clemson there. Commercial break coming up.
Yeah. Relax and make looks gonna look okay.
Only okay?
No worries, boss. I'm one of the tattoo artists in the city.
You mean one of the best tattoo artists in the city, right?
Something like that. Yeah.
Aren't you supposed to draw it first?
Stay in your lane, bro.
Just okay is not okay, especially when it comes to your network. AT&T is America's best wireless network according to America's biggest tenants. Now with 5G, more for your thing. That's our thing.
You can see it from Richmond. Too high. Shoes too big. You think you some fake fall on your face. But you'll get it. Hard work is 50 sprints before breakfast and another 50 for breakfast. You eat it. Breathe it. Sleep it. The Goodyear blimp doesn't show up for just anybody. So don't be just anybody. More driven.
Be your own man. Not the man from the movies or the cover of that magazine. Don't be your dad. Unless you want to be. Take a long look. Then take a chance. And tweeze. There's always something to tweeze. Be clean and groomed. Know how they're different. Be kind and courteous to him, her, them, everyone. Just for men, hair and beard care. Be the better man you are. And look the part.
Your boys are back.
Sean is my best friend.
This is very exciting. In the comedy event of the holidays. Actually, it has.
Oh my God! Watson, stop panicking!
Holmes and Watson, 1913.
Shield annuities from Bright House Financial allow you to take advantage of growth opportunities with a level of protection in down markets, so you can be less concerned about your retirement savings. Talk with your advisor about Shield annuities from Bright House Financial, established by MetLife.
Aerial coverage provided by Goodyear. Whether the drive is 1 yard or 100, it's hard work, determination, and grit that help you score. Goodyear, more driven. But after the Clemson timeout, Brian Kelly, who's taken the field goal team off.
Notre Dame will punt now. After the Clemson timeout and the commercial timeout, Clemson will receive the punt. Actually, it's going to get down to the 1 yard line by Notre Dame. So a good decision there by Brian Kelly instead of kicking a 55-yard field goal to attempt to kick a punt to give Clemson the ball back. Ooh, he was in the end zone when he touched it. They might want to look at that too. That might be getting spotted at the 20-yard line now instead of the 1. They might actually review that during this commercial break, but halfway through the third quarter, it's still 23-3 Clemson on top of Notre Dame.
Price of $1. No, you're not having a delicious burrito dream. You're eating the new $1 grande burritos from Taco Bell's new Cravings Value menu. Value beyond belief.
She drive me to Jessica's house?
our version of financial planning looks like. Tomorrow's important, but so is making the most of the house before they're out of the house. Spend your life living. Find an advisor at northwesternmutual.com.
This season, keep your stories interessante, like Dos Equis, the beer whose label inspired the greatest comeback in history.
Authentic Mexican cerveza.
4.2%
Alcohol by volume.
1 gram protein, 0
Gram fat. Dumb coach. Ounces.
Dos Equis, keep it interessante.
There's a story out there. It's your financial story. Bankers and lenders are seeing it. Make sure you see it too. Get your free Experian financial profile only at Experian.com/profile.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
The Goodyear Cotton Bowl Classic, brought to you by Taco Bell's new Cravings Value Menu. Value beyond belief.
Ohio State, Alabama, Clemson, and then Alabama last year are your champions so far in the college football playoff. Will it be Clemson? Will it be Notre Dame? Will it be Alabama or Oklahoma? Once again this year as your national champion in college football. We'll find out and see. You gotta let the two semis play out here. Clemson will have the ball at the 2-yard line now. So the one they'll have the 2 up 23 to 3, excuse me. 8:15 to play in the third quarter. And then obviously got to let Alabama, Oklahoma play out later tonight, and we'll have our winners after that, and then they'll meet in the national championship game Monday, January 7th. Trevor Lawrence gets the snap, hands off to Travis Etienne. He gets out to the 4-yard line, gain of 2. Once again, guys, you guys have questions or comments, let me know in the chat. 2nd and 8. Ball at the 4. Clemson going left to right. Fake the give to Etienne. Pass from Lawrence complete to Ross. Number 8, Justin Ross, has 2 of the 3 Trevor Lawrence touchdown passes. First down for Clemson. So from the 15-yard line, 1st and 10 for Clemson. You're live from Pittsburgh Paints Arena, PPG Paints Arena in downtown Pittsburgh, formerly Consol Energy Center, home of the Pittsburgh Penguins. That's actually where WWE SmackDown Live is at tonight, taping for New Year's episode. Injured Notre Dame player on the field. And we'll have spoilers. Hopefully we'll have spoilers, I should say, of SmackDown Live from down in the Berg later tonight once that gets over with. So come back during the Alabama-Oklahoma game, probably during halftime or early in the second half. I think by that point I'd have the spoilers of what takes place tonight down in Pittsburgh at PPG Paints Arena for WWE SmackDown Live. But we'll have to see about that. So how is old Pittsburgh? What's the mood in the city is what I should say, what I should ask. With the Steelers being not the Steelers as of late. Pitt playing Monday in the Sun Bowl. Hockey season in full swing. 1st and 10 from 25. Pitt basketball also doing well. fake the give. Lawrence looking deep down the middle. He's going to get sacked back at the 18-yard line.
Jason Ademilola is in there as well. Ademilola is a true freshman, number 57.
There's Cody here. He's been flirting with it. He shows blitz. Sometimes he comes, sometimes he doesn't. Runs right through each team.
Is it starting to fill in? Can you hear me, John? Can you see me? Can you hear me loud and clear? Any problems on your end? Any technical difficulties? You guys got questions and comments, let me know in the chat. Greatly appreciate it, guys. 2nd and 17 from the 19. Pass deflected. Hit the tight end right in hands. And incomplete. Almost intercepted.
Disastrous for Clemson. Richard, the nephew of the great Herschel Walker.
All kind of comes fluttering out of there. Not typically what you see from Trevor Lawrence. A little bit high. Now 3rd and long. And for Trevor Lawrence, take care of the football. Make a good
3rd and 17. 23-3. Clemson on top of Notre Dame.
chooses to play zone.
4 wide. Lawrence gets the snap. Rolls out here to the near side to his right. He's going to throw it. He gets decked out of bounds as he throws it, though. No flag. And incomplete. 4th and 17. Clemson will punt once again. So far here in the 3rd quarter, both teams just exchanging punts. Good defensive play by both teams here early on. Now would be the perfect time for a blocked punt. We've seen a blocked extra point already. Maybe a blocked punt here coming up. Be awesome for Notre Dame. Be very, very good for Notre Dame, I should say. Awesome as well. Clemson's punting from inside the 20-yard line, but they don't bring it. Notre Dame gonna receive the punt, call for a fair catch at the 40-yard line. Chris Fink, and they'll start at the 40 with 60 yards to go to get to pay dirt.
42-yard punt by Will Squires.
With the Capital One Venture Card, you'll earn unlimited double miles.
Trevor Lawrence, 22 of 33, 303 yards passing, and 3 touchdowns. Ian Book, 13 of 23, 113 yards. Justin Ross, 6 of 148 receiving and 2 touchdowns. And Boykin, 3 of 33. Dexter Williams, still 2 of 22. Amari Rogers, 6 of 26, and Hunter Renfro, 4 of 62. And T. Higgins has 4 catches for 53 yards and a touchdown as well for Clemson. As the Clemson Tigers lead the Notre Dame Fighting Irish 23-3 with 5:49 to play in the 3rd quarter. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe to Gridiron Ring and myself on social media. All the links in the description below. Be sure to share on social media. And like I said, subscribe to Gridiron Ring right here on YouTube. Hit that little thumbs up button if you guys are enjoying this live stream, this live reaction play-by-play stream of college football between Clemson and Notre Dame in the first of 2 college football playoff semis. The Goodyear Cotton Bowl, Clemson leading 23-3 over Notre Dame, as I said, and then Alabama, Oklahoma later tonight. Questions and comments, greatly appreciated. Blowout as expected. Well, I mean, to some people maybe. I thought by this point it'd be a lot closer. Not a 20-point game. I thought, even with it being 23-3 at halftime, I thought Notre Dame would have done something here early on in the second half, but obviously not the case. They're still down 20. They are getting the ball back, though. They'll have it at the 40-yard line when we come back from commercial here. But I still think it's going to come down to, the wire, late 4th quarter. I'd say if Clemson scores again, it's more than likely over. It's going to be hard for Notre Dame to come back with only about 20 minutes to play to come back and put that many points on the board. But who knows? That's why they play the game until it's over. It ain't over until it's over. It ain't over until there's triple zeros on the clock. So if Notre Dame scores on this drive, though, they could very well get back in it. But it's all really going to depend on this drive and then Clemson's next drive. we'll see what happens. Come back from commercial, seeing all the pylon cams. Those are always cool camera angles. Luke, this is off topic, but how often does big time wrestling come to the Jaffa Shrine in Altoona, Pennsylvania? They normally come, it's all good. It doesn't need to be on topic football wise. It can be, you know, about basically anything. Like I said, questions and comments, great appreciative. They come through and I see them and I want to answer them. I'll answer them to the best of my ability. So, well, NXT, WWE NXT, they were here last December, but the Jaffa Shrine, they normally only get big time wrestling, yes, and they normally come normally once a year, sometimes twice. They were actually here back in October, the beginning of October. It was the 6th, I believe. It was that Saturday. They actually had Bret the Hitman Hart with them this time around. He made an appearance. They were actually here back in March, though, as well. And I know John went to the one in March. Mark Henry was there. James Ellsworth was there. Emma. Normally, oh shit, what's his name? Pass Incomplete by Ian Book. They had Tony Atlas there the one time. That's the guy I was thinking of there. Pretty sure Booker T's been to Altoona before. King Booker. Yeah, John, you listening? Are you watching? I know you're in Pittsburgh at SmackDown tonight, but yeah, normally about once or twice a year. It just depends. I mean, big time wrestling really just a Mid-Atlantic Northeast promotion. So, never been to one though. Never been to one. I've been to a lot of WWE events, but no big time wrestling. First down run there by Dexter Williams for Notre Dame, so another set of downs for the Fighting Irish. Buddy is a big Foley fan and wants to see him. Mick Foley was actually there. It was, I know it wasn't in October, and I know it wasn't this past March. I think it was the last time they were there, though. They were there before. Pass complete to Boykin. John actually saw him at Sheetz the one night in Altoona on 17th Street. Mick Foley, Mankind, whatever the hell you want to call him. Dude love. So, yeah, Foley's been to Altoona. John actually saw Adam Cole. I don't know if you know who he is as well. He saw him stroll through Altoona at Sheetz on 17th Street because Adam Cole's girlfriend, Britt Baker, she's originally from Punxsutawney. I don't know if you knew that. Notre Dame still has the ball. Talking a little bit, wrestling here as well during the Goodyear Cotton Bowl. Questions and comments greatly appreciated. Keep the convo going, guys. But Ian Book, he got brought down back at the 28-yard line for a loss. So still Notre Dame football though. And it's second down from the 28. 5 wide, empty backfield. And Book, pump fake, decides to keep it. He gets brought down back at the 38. It looks like his knee was down and he then threw it. That would be intentional grounding. We'll see what they call. Flag on the play. Should be intentional grounding. Loss of down. I'll get to the questions and comments that just came in here within the next couple seconds. So he's down by contact. Third down. No intentional grounding. He was down. Okay. Good call. Went to one. Nash and Foley were there. That would be awesome. Nash, yeah. Kevin Nash has been there before. I know, or Diesel, whatever you want to call him. I know he put out on his Twitter page the one time Big Time Wrestling was there before. Just search Jaffa Shrine on Google. I'm sure one of the pictures, the one picture I'm thinking of will pop up. It's from Kevin Nash. Pass intercepted at the 20-yard line by Clemson. Here on the return out to the 45. So, like I said, this drive really means a whole lot for Notre Dame. While they just threw a pick, Clemson has the ball back. They score, this ball game's more than likely over. Clemson's undefeated season will continue more than likely, and Notre Dame's season will end with a loss. But yeah, if you just search Jaffa Shrine on Google, the one picture of inside the arena will pop up, and you'll have to like read the description. It's from Kevin Nash's Twitter, and he says like the Jaffa Shrine's like one of the best remaining old buildings in all of like in the world or whatnot, something like that. I haven't seen it in a while, but Brian Kelly not happy about that, obviously. But Mick Foley, he's actually been here to Altoona as well, not for big time wrestling. He was here for the Curve last summer or summer before. They actually had Jake the Snake Roberts, or no, they had DDP here this past year. So he was promoting DDPY yoga and signing autographs and whatnot. But yeah, Altoona's always been a good wrestling city. But when they brought NXT, the attendance was awful. So I highly doubt they'll be coming back anytime soon. Because WWE promoted it, but the Jaffa Shrine, however, did not. But it was an awesome event. Videos to all the wrestling events I've been to within the past couple years, including NXT Altoona from Altoona, Pennsylvania, are right here on Ring's YouTube channel. I'm currently live doing live reactions play-by-play of Notre Dame and Clemson. Clemson has the ball, 35-yard line, up 20, 23-3. So just go to the wrestling playlist. They should all be in there. Pass out towards the far sideline, going to be about a yard shy of the first down. Clemson asking for a face mask. They're not going to get it. Yeah, but wrestling videos, entrances, full-length matches, videos of those from NXT Altoona last December, WWE Live SmackDown in Hershey, actually 1 year ago today, are right here on YouTube. Have a full match. Handoff to Travis Etienne. Nothing but daylight in front of him. Touchdown, Clemson. This ball game is over. 62-yard touchdown run. Travis Etienne to the house. He hits pay dirt. Hit the hole. No one in front of him. Safety came over a little late. Lawrence was in a shotgun. Handoff to Etienne. Hole right in the middle. Good blocking by the center and right guard. And up the far sideline, Travis Etienne, 62-yard touchdown run. 29-3 at the moment, pending the extra point. I've already had a missed extra point and a missed field goal, but this extra point is up and good. 30-3, Clemson on top of Notre Dame. 2 of 4 to play in the third. Clemson, normally in the semis, they blow out their opponent. This is their fourth consecutive year in the playoff. They defeated Ohio State there in the Fiesta Bowl a couple years ago. They shut out the Buckeyes. They shut out Oklahoma the year before in the Orange Bowl. They didn't shut those Sooners out, on that. They beat them pretty bad, though. They shut out Ohio State a year later. And then, however, though, last year they lost to Alabama. But they're playing pretty damn good today versus Notre Dame. But yeah, 1 year ago today, WWE Live down in Hershey, Pennsylvania at the Giant Center. Chocolate World. Thanks to Milton House Hershey for Reese Cups. Greatest candy on earth. Don't actually have any of those today. Actually ate my supply I had of them, but oh well. You can always buy more. I actually do have some other snacks, but we'll have to see if I eat those during this live reaction stream or later on tonight for Alabama, Oklahoma. Yeah, 1 year ago today, WWE Live SmackDown down in Hershey at the Giant Center. Videos of that are live. Well, I'm live on YouTube right now, but those videos are right here on YouTube in the wrestling playlist. There's videos, entrances, from all the SmackDown people that were there, all the superstars. And then there is a full match right here on YouTube as well for the WWE Championship inside a steel cage between AJ Styles and Jinder Mahal. But then the NXT event in Altoona last December, there are entrances from that as well. And then there's a full match for the NXT Championship between Adam Cole, Roderick Strong, who was not part of the Undisputed Era at the time, and then Andrade Cien Almas. And cool thing was, after the match, well, Adam Cole, he nosedived into the barricade literally right in front of me. If you watch the video, I think it's about 25-35 minutes long, from ringside, front row ringside, you'll see Adam Cole literally right in front of me. But then at the end of the video, Almas walked around because he was champion at the time before losing it to Drew McIntyre a couple months later. Actually, he won it off McIntyre because McIntyre, he had got hurt. And then McIntyre got brought up to the main roster this past April. But Almas walked around after the match, and I too sweeted the belt. It was awesome. And then there are videos from WWE Live over in Happy Valley, over in State College, Pennsylvania, from last January, a Raw event at the Bryce Jordan Center. Then also this past March down at IUP, it was the SmackDown guys once again. And there's videos, full matches on there. And then NXT came to Johnstown this past April. Ringside once again, second row this time around. But we got to see Ricochet, got to see Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa, some guys we didn't get to see in Altoona the first time around. Didn't get to see Adam Cole in the Undisputed Era the second time around, but saw him the first time. So both times got to see different guys, especially for NXT. But the Raw and SmackDown crew, mainly the guys on the main roster, the same superstars. But yeah, all those videos are right here on YouTube. Go check those out, guys, in the wrestling playlist. We come back from commercial break. Notre Dame has the ball at the 25-yard line, down 27. 30-3 at Clemson. 5-yard run by Dexter Williams out to the 30-yard line. Questions and comments greatly appreciated as well. We'll get to those. They got midget wrestling at a bar in Greenwood. They do have midget wrestling a lot nowadays, it seems like. Never been to one of those either, but probably be fun to go to. They are fun to watch on YouTube or whatnot, but yeah, 30-3 Clemson on top of Notre Dame. Almost the end of the third quarter. Nearing 7 o'clock here. 7 o'clock on the dot here in the East Coast. 1 hour until kickoff. A little more than an hour, I assume, with all the pregame festivities between Alabama and Oklahoma and the Capital One Bowl. Capital One Orange Bowl down in Miami at Hard Rock Stadium. I will be on live. I'll be on YouTube doing live reactions, play-by-play of that. It'll be another stream, a different stream. So subscribe to Gridiron Ring right here on YouTube, so you can be one of the first to get a notification when I go live the next time. That'll be about an hour away once this game wraps up here. So just bear with me. You're going to have to give me some time to get everything set up in between both of these games. But I will be going live once again right here on YouTube for Alabama, Oklahoma coming up in about an hour as we near the end of the third quarter with Clemson leading 30-3. So I would do it in one stream, but from what I've read, from what I've heard, live stream videos on YouTube, you cannot go past 8 hours in length. So I don't know if I would go past 8 hours with both of the games, but I don't want to take the chance, especially with both of them being back-to-back. So Clemson, they're acting like they got the ball, fumble, but they roll it dead, and Notre Dame will still have possession. They'll have to punt, though, as fourth down. That's close. I mean, they rolled him dead, though. Rolled him down. See if the ball's out. Ball is out before he hits the turf, before he goes down. But they rolled it dead. They rolled him down. And I don't think you can challenge that. I don't think you can look at that. They're going to talk it over, though. The Zebras are. End of the third quarter, though. Clemson calls a timeout to look at this. They're going to put 6 seconds on the clock in the third quarter. Brent Venables has a good argument. That ball is clearly out. That's a fumble. But they called him down, though. They rolled it dead. So you got to find undisputable video evidence to overturn it. That's close. That's clearly a fumble, though. I mean, he took it away from him. What do you guys think about that? You guys watching the game, the Goodyear Cotton Bowl? Let me know in the chat what you guys think. Is that a fumble? Is that a catch? A fumble? Was he down? What do you guys think? What's your input? Dabo talking with the white capper, Matt Austin. And getting booed from the Notre Dame crowd, but it's not really running up the score. You're just looking at the previous play. You know, yeah, if they start throwing the ball, though, and they score another 2 touchdowns in the fourth quarter, make it, what, 44-3? Yeah, that'd be running up the score then. But at the same time, if you get a fumble recovery for a touchdown, a scoop and score, or a pick six, there's nothing you can do about that. That's just Notre Dame being bad, sucking. So Notre Dame's going to keep the ball, but it's fourth down anyway, so Clemson's going to get the ball back. That ball was out. Dabo's still arguing with the refs. The thing is, Clemson's still going to get the ball because it's fourth down for Notre Dame. Notre Dame's going to punt. It's just field position. Forward progress, not reviewable. That's what I thought. So Clemson, Dabo Sweeney, that's bullshit. 6 seconds on the clock. $30-3 though. You know, it's not like it's 6-3, and that's the play of the game. You're up 30-3, but I get it. You want to look at it, but you called a timeout to challenge it. You can't because they rolled them down forward progress. You can't review that. That's what I thought. And a good Notre Dame crowd letting the refs and Clemson hear it. You can hear the boos from a couple miles away, probably down the road at Billy Bob's. And that's the end of the third quarter now. So at the end of the third quarter, as we hit triple zeros at the end of the three, it's 30-3 Clemson on top of Notre Dame. 15 minutes to play. You guys got questions and comments, let me know in the chat. I'll have Alabama, Oklahoma live reactions play-by-play coming up from the Capital One Orange Bowl within the next hour. It'll be a different stream, so be sure to subscribe if you haven't done so already. And hit that little notify bell next to it. Fumble, yeah, not a big deal. 30-3, about to be fourth quarter. Yeah, exactly. But I still get, you know, why you want to look at it, because clearly it was a fumble. But they gave him forward progress, rolled him down. There's nothing you can do. They called the timeout. They wanted to challenge it. You can't in that instance. So it is what it is. They're going to be getting the ball back anyway. And 30-3 at the end of the third quarter. To begin the fourth, Notre Dame will punt. So they got some time to think this over. Maybe they want to, you know, run a fake punt, just like the Steelers did this past Sunday versus the Saints. Didn't work out. Saints ended up winning 31-28 over Pittsburgh. Now Pittsburgh, they need to win tomorrow and have Cleveland defeat Baltimore in order to make the playoffs. I'll be live right here on YouTube doing live reactions play-by-play of that as well, along with Titans and Colts. Sunday Night Football, the final regular season game in the NFL this year, as the playoffs will begin next Saturday. 2 wildcard games on Saturday, 2 wildcard games on Sunday, then the divisional round, then the AFC and NFC championship games, and then the Pro Bowl Will be the week after that. The two Super Bowl teams will take the week off. They'll get ready to go to Atlanta to play each other in Super Bowl 53. That'll be taking place early February, Sunday, February 3rd, 2019. You had Clemson winning, shocked it's a blowout. I had Clemson winning as well, but like I was telling Tom there a moment ago, I thought it would have been closer, up to this point, but Notre Dame, they just haven't played good football whatsoever. And, as Mike Tomlin said with Pittsburgh losing to New Orleans this past Sunday, they dug their grave and they're going to lay in it. So that's what Notre Dame's going to have to do, unfortunately. Looks like they're going to lose this game to Clemson, and Clemson will go on and face either Alabama or Oklahoma next Monday night in the College Football Playoff National Championship game. So if Clemson does play Alabama for the fourth consecutive year, who do you guys see winning? Or if Clemson plays Oklahoma, who do you guys see winning? Let me know. You haven't watched the Pro Bowl in years. I still watch it just because it's football, unless obviously I have something else going on. But I'm thinking about doing live reactions, play-by-play of that, just for the hell of it, to be honest with you, because that weekend, that'd be an off weekend, that'd be no football. And then the week after that, that's the final football game of the season for both college and the NFL with the Super Bowl. So Notre Dame punts before the Alliance of American Football League starts. So punt, bounces at the 7-yard line, goes in the end zone, touchback. Notre Dame cannot save it, and Clemson will have the ball at the 20-yard line. You think Clemson would defeat Alabama? The way Clemson has played so far today, I would say yeah, but then it's going to depend on how Alabama plays tonight. Same thing with Oklahoma, because more than likely it's going to be Clemson versus Alabama or Oklahoma. Whoever wins later tonight versus Clemson, because Clemson's up 30-3 on Notre Dame. I think we can all agree on that. So, really been a disappointing game for Notre Dame here. So handoff. That's choice number 28. Get tired of Bama winning. I can hear you on that. I can agree with you on that, yeah. Yeah, choice, number 26 on the carry there. On number 28. So Lawrence still in the game. I would put Chase Bryson, to be honest with you. Lawrence pass deep down the far sideline, incomplete. Maybe a little bit of a push off there by Clemson. No flag. Good no call, I thought. But pass was intended for number 10, Kendrick. The Darian Kendrick. Now the Bears, the Cal Golden Bears, they lost the other night to TCU. But now the Bears in the NFL, their way to make the playoffs. Well, they're already in the playoffs. They clinched the NFC North there a couple weeks ago for the first time since 2010. Bubble screen out in the slant, or out in the flat, excuse me. Complete. Another first down for Clemson. The Bears, if they win tomorrow versus Minnesota, the game's at 4:25 on Fox, and then the Rams lose they play San Francisco, who the Bears played this past week. The Bears defeated the 49ers as well. The Bears would get the 2 seed, get a first round bye. They would need that. They would love that if they got it. You have an extra week of rest. They'd have the tiebreaker because they defeated the Rams head-to-head on Sunday Night Football there December 9th. So the Bears more than likely will get the 3 seed, though, in the NFC playoffs. So at least you're in. Thing with Pittsburgh, you got to win tomorrow and get some help. And then all hell might break loose if they lose. So we'll see what happens. But handoff, choice once again. And he's going to be about 2 yards shy of the first down. Roll Tears. Bears will lose Mitch. Mitch is not good enough. Mitch is actually a pretty damn good quarterback for only being, in the league for 2 years. So, another injured Notre Dame player on the field. Yeah, Mitch the bitch, as I call him. I mean, he's good. He's a perfect fit for Matt Nagy's system, for Matt Nagy's offense. So, I think the Bears, along with the Saints and the Rams, are going to be the most dangerous teams in the NFC. The AFC, the Chargers. I think, obviously, if being a Steeler fan, you might say bias on it, but Pittsburgh, when they get in the playoffs, except last year, they normally make a run before losing. But if Pittsburgh gets in, watch out. But in the AFC, it would be the Chargers and the... Who did I say last week in the AFC? I'd root for the Chargers. Oh, I'd root for the Texans as well with Deshaun Watson, former Clemson quarterback. Led Clemson to the 2016 national title. Yeah, so if Pittsburgh doesn't get in, or Pittsburgh loses in the playoffs, yeah, I'd root for the Chargers and Texans. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas. As I said, hopefully everybody had a Merry Christmas, and hopefully Santa, after he squeezed his fat white ass down everybody's chimney, gave you what you wanted. But just commercial break. Clemson, Notre Dame. Yeah, AFC, I'd root for the Chargers and Texans, and then the NFC, I'd root for the Bears and Saints. If Pittsburgh doesn't get in or they lose. NFC, though, Pittsburgh being the AFC, I would root for the Saints and Bears. So those are going to be my two teams, because the NFC playoffs basically already set. Philly's the only team on the outside looking in, and they got to win and get some help as well to make the playoffs. So both Pennsylvania teams on the outside looking in. Questions and comments, greatly appreciate it. I see those coming through. Get to those here now. Talking about some firings, maybe. McCarthy, maybe Bowles for Pittsburgh. Hell no. McCarthy, yeah, I think everybody would assume him, being a Pittsburgh native. I'm going to actually look that up to see exactly where he is from. And actually, former Giant head coach Ben McAdoo, he's from Homer City. I don't know if you knew that. I believe it's Homer City. I'll look that up here in a second too. But I know it's down there around Indiana. So some connections there. But yeah, McCarthy from the Pittsburgh area, on the outskirts of Pittsburgh. I'm looking this up here if this wants to work with me. But Tua Tagovailoa, runner-up in the Heisman this year, warming up for the Capital One Orange Bowl between Oklahoma and Alabama. Kyler Murray on the other side there for the Sooners. Not good enough to beat the Saints in New Orleans. Probably not, to be honest with you, to agree with you on that. But, I mean, who knows? That's why they play the games. You don't know until the game gets played, until it's over. Yeah, I hate this damn tablet, because every time I click on something, it'll do something else. And then when I try to search something, the keyboard doesn't appear. So sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. But it's 30-3, Clemson on top of Notre Dame from the 33. Trevor Lawrence still in the ballgame, surprisingly. I put Chase Bryce in it, QB, but oh well. Pass complete out to the 22. See Marty Smith there for ESPN on the sideline. Trubisky is decent, could be better. Yeah, the defense with the addition of Khalil Mack from Oakland, Mack attack, really helped the Bears this year. I don't think they'd be NFC North champs if it wasn't for him, with him on their defense. So they would probably be in the mix for the playoffs, but I don't know if they'd be NFC North champs. I think Minnesota might have got it, to be honest with you, because Minnesota is also right there. They'd be like a Minnesota record team-wise. So you would think Let's see what else came through here. Nobody gave us a shot versus Rams either. No one did. I believe I did, though. Go back and look at my predictions. Go listen to those videos. I believe, I'm pretty damn sure I picked the Bears over the Rams because they were playing at home. But I'd have to go check on that. Go listen to my NFL Week 17 predictions for this week. That video actually did very good compared to the videos of the past. So go listen to that. What, it's about 15 minutes, I believe. I actually recorded that the other day, put it out, and I thought it was really, really good. And then go check out part 5 of my college football bowl predictions as well. The videos are right here on YouTube. Also, be sure to like, follow, and subscribe to Gridiron Ring and myself on social media. All the links are in the description: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Gridiron Ring's website, my Twitter and Instagram as well. Gridring18 and Colehan Luke 96. All the links in the description. So 4th and 1, Clemson goes for it, and they get the first down. About 10 minutes to play. They are leading by 4 scores, 27 points, 30-3 over the Fighting Irish out of South Bend, Notre Dame. Ask Chris Collinsworth. Well, Chris Collinsworth doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. Here's a guy. I don't care. Chris Collinsworth, you suck. You got to give everybody credit where credit is due, though. He does do a pretty damn good job. So, a little bit of a trick play there. Toss on the jet sweep. Man in motion. Number 22, Sweeney. That's Dabo Sweeney's son. So, very cool to see him in the ball game. Tape the end of the Raiders game. You got parts of it. Well, thank you for that. Thank you for that. Now, it was on Christmas Eve this past week over on Periscope. That was the last time I was on Periscope. Actually, got on there earlier today, though, and just put out a reminder to tune in to watch my live reactions right here on YouTube. So hopefully you guys have. Fumble on the play, but really doesn't mean a whole lot. Notre Dame getting the ball back, so see what they can do here on offense. Yeah, ETN fumbles, carrying it like a loaf of bread that time around, and gets jarred loose, popped out there, and Notre Dame will have the ball down 27, 30-3, under 10 minutes to play in the Goodyear Cotton Bowl.
Bedtime's at 11. 8. Yikes, you're strict. Allergy to shellfish.
Peanuts.
I should write this down. Hey, what's your Wi-Fi password?
The names of our kids.
Well, that's not helpful.
Just okay is not okay, especially when it comes to your network. AT&T is America's best wireless network according to America's biggest tech. Now with 5G, more for your thing. That's our thing.
The cage is up for SmackDown Live tonight. It says John R. Clark 12. So yeah, he'll have spoilers for WWE SmackDown Live here tonight, as SmackDown is down in the Steel City, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, taping for the New Year's episode. So yeah, he tweeted 37 minutes ago, the cage is up at SmackDown Live tonight. So SmackDown spoilers there. I'll have more once the show actually begins and once it's all over. And that'll probably come, I was thinking, late second quarter of the Alabama-Oklahoma game, maybe halftime, maybe early second half as well. We'll see.
Allow you to take advantage of growth opportunities with a level of protection in down markets, so you can be less concerned about
People saying they really slept on Ohio State. Yeah, I would say so. Georgia and Ohio State over Notre Dame for sure against Clemson. The way this game has played out, I can agree on that. That's for damn sure.
Ford proud.
Nighttime in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. Aerial coverage provided by Goodyear. When you put in the hours, the reps, and the heart, nothing can keep
AT&T Stadium, Arlington, Texas, hosted WrestleMania 32 a couple years ago. WrestleMania 35 will be this upcoming April from East Rutherford, New Jersey. MetLife Stadium, home of the Jets and Giants in the National Football League. So I'll be live right here on YouTube doing live reactions, play-by-play of WWE pay-per-views as well, starting with NXT TakeOver Phoenix in a couple weeks towards the end of January, and then the Royal Rumble 2019 the next night from Phoenix, Arizona, Chase Field, home of the Arizona Diamondbacks. But the Cotton Bowl taking place in Arlington, Texas at Jerry's World, home of the Dallas Cowboys in the NFL. Ian Book still in the ball game for Notre Dame. Notre Dame third down coming up, down 30-3. Very, very disappointing game. Not that exciting. Still a football game to watch. Still a good football game up to about halfway through the second quarter. See Brandon Wimbush there on the sideline, former Penn State commit, decommitted, went to Notre Dame, was a starter last year and early this year before getting benched, and now he will be transferring. We'll have to see where he decides to transfer to, but trips to the far side. Book hands off on fourth down, and Notre Dame converts, gets a first down gain of 2. McCarthy was born in Pittsburgh. Thank you for this. I still have it pulled up, just didn't look it up. McCarthy was born in Pittsburgh, went to school in Homestead area. West Branch had a graduate long time ago that was an offensive line coach in the NFL. Really? I did not know that. That's awesome. That's cool. Notre Dame is like when you're shopping and you see a hot woman from behind with a nice ass, and she turns around and you say, never mind, biggest tease ever. Well, I guess that would be a good comparison, especially today. But fewest points scored in Notre Dame bowl game history, 6. Back in 2003 and 1973 in the Gator and Orange Bowl. So they might want to put some more points on the board if they don't want to break history in the wrong direction here today in the Cotton Bowl versus Clemson. But that's not that damn good. They had like 4 or 5 fewest point games in bowl history for Notre Dame. Like they had a couple with 9 and a couple with 6. Like that's just not something you want to be a part of. Even as a Michigan fan, I gave those Notre Dame bums props, so they deserve to be here no more. Well, Michigan, they might have done a little bit more here versus Clemson if they would have got in, if they would have beat Ohio State, won the Big Ten, because they would have been in the top 4 already. But that goes back to the Ohio State-Michigan game. They lost. And then Michigan lost to Notre Dame as well. Week 1, a close one. They lost by 7, 24-17, but I don't know if Michigan really would have put up a fight here today versus Clemson either. Georgia might have. Ohio State probably would have as well. The way Michigan played today, though, I don't think so. The way Michigan played all season long, though, I think, yeah. But Trevor Lawrence has been unstoppable today. Clemson's defense has shut down Notre Dame's offense as well. So, I mean, really there is your 2 options for MVP of today's game, whether it be Trevor Lawrence on offense or basically the entire Notre Dame defense. But Clemson's going to win this game. It's 30-3. They're going to put 7:02 on the clock, so 7:02 to play. And he looks like Chip Kelly. Notre Dame punts once again. I don't know how many times I've said that today, but yeah, it's been a lot. Rogers fields it about 30. Gets pushed out of bounds, so I would think Trevor Lawrence is done. Yes, Chase Bryce, number 7, quarterback, coming in the ball game. And basically all backups now in the ball game for Clemson versus Notre Dame. Playoff criteria is so hard. Notre Dame undefeated, but Georgia and Ohio State clearly were better teams. Both had one blowout loss. Yes, the loss for Georgia was Florida, correct? Florida defeated Georgia today. Ohio State lost to Purdue. Purdue lost to Auburn pretty bad yesterday in the Music City Bowl. Yeah, and the Notre Dame, they went undefeated. You know, I know they don't play in a conference. They're independent. They're technically part of the ACC as well, playing 5 ACC games a year. But, you know, that's why I think a lot of people want it to expand or have some type of criteria. You win your conference, you're in, whatever the case may be. So, LSU at Death Valley. Oh, yes, that is correct. Georgia did lose to LSU as well. Georgia defeated Florida. LSU plays Central Florida in the Fiesta Bowl. Georgia lost to Alabama. I got you. Yeah, Georgia had 2 losses. I totally forgot they lost to LSU. LSU defeated Florida. That's what I'm thinking of. Or no, Florida defeated LSU at the Swamp. That's what I'm thinking of. Yeah, there we go. So we'll see what happens here on this drive. If nothing spectacular happens, I'm going to end this stream right here on YouTube. And then just be sure to subscribe to Gridiron Ring if you guys haven't done so already. Because I'll be live back right here on YouTube within the next half hour, 45 minutes for the kickoff of Alabama-Oklahoma in the Orange Bowl. So we'll see here what happens on the next drive here, though. And then I'll decide. I'll probably just end the stream, have some time here in between to recoup, get everything set up for the next one. Because like I said there, what I was reading and what I've heard, I cannot have a stream go longer than 8 hours. And I don't want to take the chance of it, you know, going longer than 8 hours with the 2 games back to back. Now, if this game was earlier today and you got the nightcap then, obviously got a couple hours in between. I can do 2 streams. But before, over on Periscope, I would do 2 streams as well. So I'm going to just do what I've been doing, you know, because it's worked. At least it seems it's been working. So Clemson, see some fans getting their picture taken there by event staff. But Clemson, they have the ball. Bryce in the game, ball at the 29-yard line. Handoff. Gain of a couple. I think Oklahoma will put up a fight. Awful 2 games today. All for you, yeah. Oklahoma plays Alabama later tonight. Michigan got their ass kicked versus Florida. And now Notre Dame, you know, a team in the Midwest that Big Ten fans can root for every now and then, I guess, is losing bad to Clemson. But I picked Clemson. You picked Clemson. I think everybody picked Clemson over Notre Dame. But there are a lot of people out there, I think, as well, that thought Notre Dame was going to put up a fight. But, however, they did not. And they're losing pretty bad, and they're going to end up losing this game. So, yeah, we'll see what happens here on this drive here. And I'll probably end this stream and then start another one here very, very shortly. So stay tuned. Just subscribe to Gridiron Ring right here on YouTube. Also share this on social media. That's all I ask. You guys got questions and comments as well. Greatly appreciate it. Put those in chat and hit that like button. Give this video a thumbs up. So Bryce, fake the give. He's going to throw. Pass incomplete. Second down coming up for Clemson. I hate Notre Dame. I'm glad they're losing. Well, I think a lot of people hate Notre Dame. Like I said earlier, you either like the Catholics or you hate the Catholics. One or the other. No in between. 5:40 to play. Bryce hands off.
Trevor Lawrence was back. He was fully
Stat-wise, Ian Book 16 of 31, 145 yards and an interception. Trevor Lawrence ended 27-40, 327 through the air and 3 touchdowns. Choice now has 2 carries for 30 yards. Feaster 4 carries for 20 yards for Clemson. Travis Etienne 14 carries, 109 yards and a touchdown. And then Clemson receiving, Hunter Renfrow 462, Amari Rogers 6 of 26. T. Higgins 453, Justin Ross 6 of 148 and 2 touchdowns. And then Notre Dame, as I said, Ian Book 16 of 31, 145 yards and a pick. Dexter Williams 16 carries for 54 yards. Ian Book 16 carries for 32 yards. So even there, rushing wise, you got to be balanced. That's another thing. You got to be balanced. You got to be able to run the football and play good defense. Boykin 4 catches, 54 yards for Notre Dame. Williams 3 of 29 on the backfield. Chris Fink 2 of 24, and then Mack the tight end 2 of 11. So Notre Dame really nothing going for them here today in the Goodyear Cotton Bowl. Clemson's going to win. It's 30-3 at the moment. We'll see what the final score ends up being. But that's going to do it for me live right here on YouTube for college football playoff semi game number 1 between Notre Dame and Clemson. I'll have live reactions play-by-play of college football playoff semi-final game number 2 between Alabama and Oklahoma here coming up very, very soon as they go to commercial break. So yeah, this is where I'm going to let everybody go. I'm going to get off of YouTube right now, end this live stream. Subscribe, like I said, to Gridiron Ring. Like, follow, and subscribe on social media. All the links in the description below. So I'll see everybody within the next half hour, 45 minutes, I'd say, for live reactions, play-by-play of Alabama and Oklahoma. Thank you guys for tuning in and watching my live reactions of Clemson and Notre Dame.